All right, there we go. All right, what's going on, YouTube? I'm in the house with Sheila Trulove, and we're going to go into what story. Are you on still? You see? Oh yeah. Okay. Huh?
Mhm.
It's like okay. All right. So how are you doing, Sheila?
I'm doing very well, Jumanji. How are you?
I'm good. Just trying to wait till people get in the room. They were in the room, but I had to cut it off because I couldn't see the comments. And sometimes it does that. I don't know if you can you see. Can you see the comments on there on your side?
No, it says you're in the show. It says everyone can see and hear you.
Okay.
That's what it
All right.
says.
I'll just have to add them to the screen. All right. I see one person in the room. Oh, yeah, it might be you. Okay. All right. So before I get started, man, I want to since it's Sunday, I want to have a note from the choir. Is that all right? Can I play a note from the choir?
Can you get a what?
Can I play a note from the choir?
By all means, do so.
All right. All right. Here we go. Let's play the note from the choir. Hold on for a minute.
Yeah.
Let me see if it plays. All right. See if it. It was lagging for a minute, so let's see if it plays. Oh, thing. Yeah, this boy can blow. Hold on for a minute, and then I'll let you get in, and you could tell your story how you came in the watchtower, how you left. Huh? Can you hear?
Oh, God.
You hear? Come on, computer. Man, I want to hear people hear this guy's solo tip. No, stop.
You see, this is the part that I like.
Shit. Okay.
So loved the world that he gave his only begotten son.
All right. So that's it here, man. I want to play that. That dude can blow. All right. So, quick. Come on, turn it off. My God. This ain't nothing but the devil. Look at shot. All right. There
Yeah,
we
he
go.
truly blows, all right. He truly blows.
Yes, he does. All right. There we go. Okay. So we're back now. Let's get it back on. All right. There we go. All right. So, hey, what's going on, Great Dane? All right, great. Can you see the comments on your thing, Sheila?
It says greetings all.
Yep.
It
Okay,
says
good. So
great
you can
day,
see them.
greetings, Great
Okay,
Dane.
good.
Hi, Great Dane. Are you a
All
Great
right.
Dane?
Maybe. All right. So what we're gonna do? I'll let you go ahead and tell your story of how you came into the witnesses and what made you ultimately leave.
No question.
Um, Let me see. Well, I mean,
You want to know
are
how
you
I
a
got
born?
in, I got
Yeah,
how I
yeah,
became
yeah, yeah. So how did you? What introduced you to the witnesses? First of all, were you born in?
my, my mom. No, I came in when I was 8 years old. I was a Baptist previous to that. I was baptized as a Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 8, my mom was looking out the window one day and she saw some Jehovah's Witnesses across the street. And what intrigued her with the Jehovah's Witnesses was she said they always look so happy, you know? So
Yeah.
that's the first thing that caught my mom's eye. Um,
Mm.
so I guess when someone came knocking at the door, they introduced my mom to it. She started taking Bible studies. And yeah, she brought me and I have 5 brothers. I'm the only girl, and it was horrible. But anyway, that's another story. But anyway,
Yeah.
You're a dog?
Okay.
Hello? Wait, he says he's a dog.
Yeah, yeah. He said dog. Okay.
An
So,
atomic dog? But anyway, yeah,
okay.
so my
So,
mom came in and brought my brothers and all of us into the organization. I refuse to call it the truth because you and I both
mhm.
know that's a damn lie.
Yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
anyway, that's pretty much how we came into it. My brothers, they left home, what have you, they just left home. Um, so it was just me and my mom. And my mom was anointed, by the way. She was considered one of the 144,000. She was very spiritual. And if the 144,000 thing is real, she's definitely on that plane because she's her place. Talking to her
Mhm.
was pretty much like talking to the Apostle Paul or the Apostle John. She was very loving, very humanitarian. Um, yeah. So
Okay.
she started studying with me. My mom studied with me. Look, I'm the only girl, and she
Mm,
was so protective of me. So she used to study with me. I'm serious, Jumanji, when I tell you,
mm,
literally 5, 7 hours when she would study with me. My mom was an avid reader like me, and she
mhm,
loved research like me, and
mhm.
she would study with me literally for 5 to 7 hours.
Oh man,
You know,
that's like. So was that five? Okay.
yeah,
Was this
man.
was this after you got out of school? Like how did that go? I know I used to have family study with my kids, but it was like a certain day. It wasn't every day. It was a certain day I did it. So like, was it after? How did she do? What was the schedule like? Was it?
Well,
Cause that
when
she
we
sounds she was really devoted.
no, it wasn't every day. It would be like maybe once or twice a week when we would
Okay.
have our scheduled
Okay.
Bible studies. But normally a
Shoot.
Bible study would last, let's say, an hour, right? I mean, an hour,
Okay. Yeah.
possibly
Yeah.
an hour
Yeah.
and a half.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds about right.
Oh
Okay.
no, darling, not with my mom. No, no, no. We studied for
Man.
5 to 7 hours.
Oh God damn. So
Yeah.
that's so she. So she's still okay. You said you was a Baptist.
We were born. I was born about. Yeah, I was baptized as a
Okay.
Baptist.
Oh, okay. So she had the Baptist spirit coming in, cause damn, cause Baptist
Yeah,
church
I
be lasting
guess.
like 10,000 hours. So it's even still, she left to still bring that Baptist spirit with her. All right.
Yeah, and
So
I like reading. I like learning. I constantly like learning. I love educational things. So I guess it wasn't too much of a horror for me,
hmm
considering I do love learning. So hey,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so when it comes to being fully indoctrinated,
hmm
boy was I ever, but yet
Yeah.
sir was I ever indoctrinated. Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have to kind of
Okay.
give some
So
props. Yes.
to witness. Okay. So when you were a Baptist, I know when before I was a witness, I was a Catholic. And we didn't really read the Bible. When you were a Baptist, did your mom read the Bible, and did you know the Bible when you before you were a witness?
No, not really,
Hmm.
because
Okay.
The Baptists didn't
Okay.
really teach you much of
Yeah.
anything. They passed the plate around more than anything, and they didn't
Mm.
give like
Yeah.
the kind of sermons that how Jehovah's Witnesses are. One thing we got to give them credit for, they will educate you on that Bible. They
Mhm.
will,
Mhm.
you know. Their
Mhm.
interpretation, however, sometimes is way off, totally off.
Mhm. Yeah.
At the same time, it does help to um educate you
Yeah.
about the
Yeah. Oh
Bible and
yeah.
to take the
Yeah.
Bible
Yeah.
serious.
Oh
It
yeah.
does
Most
do
definitely.
that.
Yeah, and they taught a lot about history too. I know
Yeah,
when I used to go to the Baptist church, I went to Baptist church a couple of times. They were the preacher was very charismatic, and the music was really good. I liked it that.
yeah,
But a lot of times, it was basically the preacher reading the Bible. Some people did have their Bibles with them, but a lot of times just the preacher reading. I asked that because I noticed a lot of people who come from other religions to show winners, a lot of them don't typically know the Bible. And that's how you are got. Because a lot of times you don't know the Bible, you will get caught easy because the witnesses have a way of showing verses that will harmonize with what they teach. But a lot of times, just like any code in any religion, it's taken out of context. That's why I
exactly.
asked you that. So yeah, it kind of confirmed what I
Yeah,
believe. A lot of people join, they don't know the Bible. Okay.
yeah, it's true. I
Hey,
learned,
how you doing?
I'm
Hey,
sorry,
how are
go.
you, Anna? No, I was no, I'm shouting out the people in the room. How you doing, Anna Tweak?
Hi, Anna,
Um,
Tweak, Twink. Hi y'all all. Are you from the country, Anna? All right. How are you?
Okay. All right. So you said your mom studied with you. Now did when you were learning, did you like what you heard, or was it kind of like this is something different? I'm trying to get a mindset when you first start studying. Because I know you said you was 8 years old.
Did I like
When
what
you
I learned? I
yeah.
I was fascinated by it. I had a lot of questions, especially
Hmm.
when it came to why does God permit suffering? And
Hmm.
the answer that they taught us, this is an issue between Jehovah God and Satan the devil. And I was just uptight with that because what does that have to do with us? We're the one living this torturous life.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I never fully understood that. Um, but what else? What else did I think of it? There were
Yeah.
times when,
As a 8 year
at the age
as
of
a
eight,
eight.
I gotta go way
Yeah.
back, way, not that
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
back.
Because
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I didn't grow up in the hall. I didn't. So I'm not sure how it would be as a child. Me sitting there for those long times. So I'm just trying to get a glimpse of a child in the Kingdom Hall. So I mean, if you can't remember, like just kind of like if you, how did it feel as a child going there, like something new? I know it's kind of new from the Baptist church.
How did I feel? I could go back. Let me think as far back as I could think. Going to the Kingdom Hall as a child, um, I found it interesting. It was a place where I was
Hmm.
going to learn. I like
Yeah.
that part. What other part? What else did I feel back then? Um, uh,
What was it? Would you get kind of bored in there as a child?
what?
Or did you have episodes of boredom sitting in there for 2 hours?
Yeah, as you know, Jumanji, you have some good speakers and you have some who are lousy.
Oh
They're
yeah, yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
I mean, if you
Hmm.
suffer from
Yeah.
insomnia, you should actually listen to some of those speakers because they were horrid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Michael
But then
Jackson.
you also
Yeah,
had some
Michael Jackson
very
should have went there, right?
eloquent, you had some very eloquent and amazing speakers.
Hmm.
But everyone is not
Circuit
given the
Overseer
same
was
gift.
pretty good at that.
What happened?
Hmm. Yeah.
I
Some
had
circuit
several
overseers are
brothers.
pretty good speakers.
Yeah, there was this one circuit
I'm sorry. No,
overseer,
go
and
ahead.
he
I'm
was
sorry.
amazing. Huh?
Hmm. Yeah.
There was
No, no,
this.
I'm listening. No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay, so
It's kind
there
of
was
a
this one.
it's kind of a lag on my end. So like if I talk, sometime talking to go to you. But yeah, no, if I'm talking, it might be a lag in over yours end. Yeah, I'm not interrupting. I'm trying to interrupt you. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'll wait until you're done, and we'll work it like that. Okay, so one brother that
Yeah,
really
yeah.
impressed me in state, well, actually several brothers. Brother Harrell, he was an amazing
Hmm.
speaker because he was very street smart. He was street smart. He was down to
Hmm.
earth. And then you had Brother King. He spoke as a king. He was street smart. They came, they knew they weren't like um stiff. You know how some people sound so robotic and so
Yeah, yeah,
programmed? And you have people
yeah,
like
yeah,
you,
yeah.
Jumanji. You are
Hmm.
very down to earth. You are amazing, which is why I went on your
Hmm.
channel and I was like, oh my God, this guy cracks me up. He's too real. This guy is too real. And I enjoyed your jokes about whatever. And then I also enjoy your serious side where you went in depth. I love the fact when you said you used to hate reading, you had difficulty of reading at one point, but
Hmm.
after studying with the witnesses, whatever, now you devour books. You love it. You absolutely love doing research, study, and yeah, I was very impressed with you and your channel. Um, when it
Oh,
came
okay.
to
Thank you.
the Jehovah's Witnesses, like I said, you have some good speakers and you have some who are snoozers, just totally snoozers.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They sure are, man. Some people they will put you to sleep by that whole monotone. I'm just because I know when I went to Catholic, the Baptist church. I keep saying Catholic. I went to the Baptist church as a young child. The preacher, he actually dated my mom. He dated my mom, but this dude smoked crack, right?
No way.
And
No
it's
way.
like,
No way.
growing up and seeing these.
No way, dude. No way. This
But
dude smoked.
this is the thing this is the thing that attracted me to the witnesses, because on a different church, I seen a lot of hypocrisy. For one,
Yeah.
the pastor or the pastor who smoke crack, and so, but I'm like, how is you preaching but you smoking crack? And then you have different Catholic Baptist priests out of hypocrisy, and then it was the people seem so pure. The people seem so pure. That's when I first came in, because they so focused on reputation. But then it really got me. So, but then it's never a dull moment at the Baptist church. You never fall asleep during that service, with the music, people running down the aisles and things like that. So, going to the Kingdom Hall, I know it's a little more mellow. It's like, wow, it was a little more different like that. All right. So, after I studied, and then when did you start making a true home?
When did I? I'm sorry. When did I
When did you start
start
making
making
your own, as they say?
making the truth my
Making the
own?
truth your own.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah,
before I answer that, I want to talk. I want to respond to that question. Like you said, in the Baptist church, there's no way in all hell you're going to fall asleep. You're absolutely right, Jumanji. They're loud.
Mhm,
They're way too
mhm,
loud, and the music is crazy. It's like, look,
uh-huh,
if you want Broadway, go
uh-huh.
to a Broadway show. That's pretty much what you get in the churches. You know, it's totally
Yeah,
Broadway.
exactly.
I'm
Uh-huh.
here to learn. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So one of the
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that
Yeah,
with the
exactly. Yeah.
Jehovah's Witnesses that I was impressed with, I like the way they actually study the Bible. But they study books actually. They really don't study the Bible, study the Bible. They study books and
Mhm,
magazines.
mhm,
At the same time, giving me education is education, whichever way it comes. But I started making the truth
mhm.
my own when I wanted more than anything to please my mom. I love my mom. She was not only my mother, she was my best friend. She was totally amazing. She died from breast cancer, like, I don't know, 15 years ago. And I made the truth my own when I grew to love Jehovah. I grew to love Jehovah. You can't love what you don't know. I grew to love Jesus Christ incredibly,
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate him dying for me. Jesus could
Mhm,
never have died for me if
mhm,
Jehovah wasn't willing to give up his son. So that was amazing for Jehovah to have
mhm,
done that in our behalf. And I
mhm.
greatly appreciated
Yeah.
that. And I guess that's when I started to make the truth my
Mhm,
own. It was appreciation.
mhm. Yeah, that's when it's real. When it's real, when you're doing it for your own and not to please your parents. Also, and that's the same thing with me, because I wanted to please God, no other human anything else. But it was different things for me that I had to change. Because I didn't want to be a hypocrite. I wanted to go in full force and know that if I'm doing it right. But
Yeah, so I also my
all
mom,
right,
with the
like,
baptism thing, my mom kept telling me I don't think I really wanted to get baptized. Not really. I wasn't ready. But because I wanted to please my mom, and my mom, she kept saying it constantly. What are you doing, Sheila, that that's preventing you from being baptized? You must be doing something wrong, or doing something behind my back, or something that's not up to par for you not to want to get baptized. Why don't you want to get baptized? I don't know. I was 12 years old at the time. I mean,
mm,
your frontal precortex is not even fully developed until you're 27. So at the age of 12, I was like, why don't I want to get baptized?
yeah,
Why? Because I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. The thing that was freaking me out the most was, why do we have to suffer because of an issue between Satan, the
hmm,
devil, Jehovah Gods? And I couldn't fully grasp that. And even though, you have to go along, you'd be like, yes, I fully understand. No, I wasn't really feeling all that. No, so
hmm,
I was, but the thing is, yeah, I went. I'm not baptized. None of us are baptized. I feel this is my viewpoint. If you didn't know the truth about this organization, you're not baptized. You get a do over. You get a do over. Because if we fully
Mm-hmm.
understood the truth about this organization, I don't think 90% of the people would have gotten baptized a part of this. It's because you know
Mm-hmm.
God don't judge us for what we don't know. Nobody knew the truth about this organization because back then they didn't
Mm-hmm.
have the internet, Google, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Reddit. You know what I'm saying? The social media that we have today.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
now we have this information
Mm-hmm.
about the truth about this organization. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
if we had that
Yeah,
back
yeah.
then, no, 90% would not be sitting up in that hall. I think you know that, and I know
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely, yeah. But also, I mean, the baptism when you baptize in the name of the spirit directed organization, how they say that, man? You're baptized
You right? Yeah,
by the association with the spirit. That's invalid because you know your baptism had nothing to do with the organization. So it's not even valid really. It's a membership into the organization is what it is. It's not really a real baptism, that inaugurates you into an organization or a
exactly.
corporation.
Yep.
So yeah,
You're
I
right. It's a
started with that
ritual and
one.
not a
Yeah.
baptism.
Um,
You're right. It's a ritual, not a baptism, because the Bible says we're supposed to get baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Right? They don't baptize you with that, with those two
yeah.
questions that they ask you. No, they sit up there
Mhm.
making you a part of an organization. The last thing that was important to them was baptizing you in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. They really, they're not. They don't really care about that. Not really. They're just trying to get you to be a
Yeah.
part of a organization, which I think we all know it's a cult. It is a cult. I hate to be the one to say it, but after
Mhm.
doing much research, and they have several movies. One is called Apostasy, Apostate. I looked at another one last night. It was on A&E, and it was talking about it listed the name of cults. Jehovah's Witnesses was right up there, a cult.
Oh
Many
yeah.
people kept telling me, Sheila,
I think I
that's a
seen that
cult.
one.
That's a cult. You know,
Mhm.
many people my friends kept telling
Yeah.
me, I was trying to do the Bible study and trying to pull some people from school. And when I was in the university, I tried to pull people. They said, look, Sheila, love you to death and all the above. But no, baby, that's a cult that you're a part of. And I was like, what? That's
Mhm.
no,
Mhm.
because I assumed a cult was like Jimmy Jones type
Mhm.
stuff, to take you to another land somewhere,
Mhm.
or
Mhm.
like Onies, or I assumed the cult was like that.
Mhm.
But now I came to realize that a
Mhm.
cult, it is a cult. Anytime when you're ready to leave, and there are such severe consequences, like you lose your family, you lose your loved ones, you can even possibly lose your marital partner. What? Because I choose to go to another church?
Mhm.
Are you really? Have they taken a leave of their senses, Jumanji? Have they? That's ridiculous.
Mhm. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And so what
Well,
made me
I
feel
mean, the
bad?
thing is, what?
I'm listening.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. The
So with the
thing
love
is,
that I
when
had,
people say cult, it's like, okay, yeah, it got lags. It got lags, Sheila. So when I'm talking, it don't come to like a couple seconds later. So it's the lag seems like okay. But,
it's
let me
okay. It's
when
okay.
you say a cult, okay? Yeah, when you say a cult, the thing is a cult is not a bad word. You know what I'm saying? A cult. When people say cult, in my other video, cult is short for culture. So everyone's part of a cult. It no matter. It depends on what it is. You see what I'm saying? You can have a high control code. You can have a suicide code. You can have a movie code. You have any type. It's short. When people say you and Joe Witness a cult. Yeah, you're a cult. But what kind of cult is Joe Witness? That's what people need to really look at. What kind of cult is a Joe Witness? Are they a suicide cult? Are they a high control cult? What kind of cult are they? Religious cult and things like that? Yeah, they truly are a cult. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people they use it as a what do you call that? They use it as a damn, I'm trying to think. It's a word to demean something or to vilify it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yep.
So yeah,
Yes.
Joe Witness hold are they? You know, that's what people don't really get into. Yeah. All right, go ahead. Anyway, I'm
Yeah, so that's the way I assumed the cult was. Something where they go off into the other part of the world somewhere and be crazy, whatever the hell they do. Anyway, whatever. So I never assumed
mm-hmm,
that being a Jehovah, the
mm-hmm,
organization was a cult. But
mm-hmm.
the more I do, like I'm saying, like what made me, kind of fall back from the organization. If you look at my channel, you'll see how I said, should Jehovah's Witnesses be banned or redirected? I think they should be redirected because they have a lot of good aspects to them that they should keep. What they should lose,
Mm-hmm.
that shunning nonsense, forget
Mm-hmm.
about that nonsense. The two witness rule, where you're molesting children, who in the hell has two people sitting there watching you molesting? Let's use common sense here. And I can prove
Mm-hmm.
it in the Bible where
Yeah,
that
yeah.
scripture is so not up to par. They need to lose that nonsense also when it comes to the blood thing, because like Jesus Christ made it very clear, which one of you on the Sabbath would not go help your animal if it fell in a hole? You would fight like hell to save that animal's life. Now, back in that day, they were supposed to be put to
Mm-hmm.
death, no matter what. But Jesus showed that there is
Mm-hmm.
a time when you have to
Yeah.
put the law aside. You have to put it aside when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
saving a life. So there are exceptions
Mm-hmm.
to the rule. They need to redirect
Mm-hmm.
that. They need to knock it off with this flip flopping back and forth. Because of their flip flopping back and forth, let me show you, Jumanji. I got this. Let me tell you how I started waking up. I was studying the Bible with a lawyer. I work in the legal field, right? The legislature. And I
Okay.
was studying with a
Mm-hmm.
lawyer the What Does the Bible Really Teach book. And we was like almost finished with the book, almost done. I guess someone was speaking to the attorney
Yeah.
because she was telling people that she was studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. So they told her certain things about Jehovah's
Mm-hmm.
Witnesses. Now, her being a lawyer, you know what lawyers do? They do research. She did research, and look at what she found.
Yeah.
This is what she brought me at one of the Bible study. Look at all of this. Look how thick. All of this,
Man,
I brought it
yeah.
home. I brought all of this information home, and I had to do research. So when I go back to her, I wanted to have a rebuttal. I want to be prepared for you. Throw me the questions, and I'm gonna be ready to fire away with the answers. Honey, please. When I did the research and looked into all of
Yeah.
this, no. I'm telling you. Now they got the old light and then the new light. I don't know if you can see that, whatever. Old light, new light.
Mm-hmm.
And this is
Mm-hmm.
all the things that they have. Look at, what is this? Are you people crazy? I mean, they have dates wrong. They have organ transplant. That's another thing that freaked me out. They said you could not receive organ transplants because that is a form of cannibalism. Do you know how many people have lost their lives, Jumanji? Do you know how many people have died because they refused to take blood? And then after a
Well,
while, they allow you to.
okay.
I'm
How is
listening.
who came up with that? Who came up with the organ transplant being cannibalism? Who came up with that?
I got it right here, page 9, organ transplants, page 9. Here it says, organ transplant, right here. It reads, the
Mm-hmm.
1967 through 1967 to 1980, they prohibited organ transplants because it was a form of cannibalism, and you can find that in the Watchtower, 11/15/67, page 702. That's November 15, 1967, page 702. Those who submit to such operations, it
And
says, are thus off the flesh, or eating off the flesh of another human being. Now that's cannibalism. That's what they say.
what the
That's
heck?
cannibalistic.
That don't even make no sense. That don't even make no sense.
Okay.
How do the two go together? Cannibal, you putting I don't even understand that, but witnesses really believe that? Witnesses
Yeah, they
really
did.
sit there and believe that. 'Cause I went around it.
And then in 1980, okay,
I
so
look,
now let's keep in mind that from 1967 to 1980, this is what they were teaching. And if you went and they found out that you had organ transplants, you're done. You're going to lose your family, you're out. But then in 1980, in the
mm-hmm.
Watchtower, March 15th, 1980, page 31, you are now allowed to have organ transplants. Okay, so it says some Christians might feel that taking into their body any tissues or body parts from another human being is cannibalistic. But no, let me see. It says, let me see. This is funny. Another thing I'm looking at. Did the serpent have legs? Whatever. But anyway, however, I digress. Why is it that some Christians might feel that way? This is the society's regular method of introducing new light. Now, the society had a new light. I'm so tired of the new light. Anyway, that it was permissible to take organ transplants. In other words, oop, we messed up. Now, let's keep in mind how many people, let's say your family or your best friend. It's hard to meet good people these days. It's hard. And when you're surrounded and you finally have good people, but they end up dying because they didn't take this organ transplant or blood, and now you're going to say, oops, new light? How are you going to account for the 33,000, over 33,000 people, which is more than all the cults put together? I think Jimmy Jones, what was it, 952 people that drank the Kool-Aid died? And then you got the Monies, and then you got the, what are those people? Those people that live somewhere they don't have light and they don't like TV, whatever.
Oh, the Amish. The Amish.
The Amish, yeah. You
Sure.
know, let's think about.
So, what do you think the real reason? What do you think what do you think the real reason they said no organ transplant? Because that's the stupidest thing I heard. Oh, you can't take organ transplant because cannibalism. Nobody in right mind believes that. Even scientists know putting in your mouth. You're not putting in your mouth. Cannibalism mean you put in your mouth. So, what do you think the real reason that they coming out with that
The
prohibition
reason for it
against
was because it
organ
was
transplant?
similar to eating another person's flesh. It was like eating another person's flesh. If you submit to these operations, it's like you're living off of someone else's flesh. Are they serious?
Okay, no, I'm saying okay. That's the reason they give. That's the reason they give. Like right now, they closing down Kingdom Halls. We know why they closed down Kingdom Halls, but the reason we're making better use of the ones we have now. I'm saying, what do you think the real reason that they transplants? Because there's a printed statement or reasoning from the Watchtower, and then there's a real reason behind the scene. That's what I'm asking. What do you think the real reason for organ transplant? Because there's nowhere in the world they really believe that was cannibalism. It had to do with
I think
control.
it's
What do
for
you
the
think
same
the real
reason
reason
that they
was?
tell you not to take blood. I guess that's the same reason why. I think it's associated with why you take blood. I think if you get these organ transplants, you're gonna end up having to take blood because while they're doing this type of operation, you're going to lose a lot of blood, and you will be in need of a blood transfusion. So maybe that's what they had in mind at the time. I'm guessing at that. However, why do they do half of the things they do?
Yeah, you know what I think it is? Stupid. What I think it is with all these prohibitions, I think it has to do with trying to stand out. I think it more or less that we as witnesses we have to show ourselves as more strictly adherent, and we're gonna pick anything and everything to show ourselves more strictly to it. So we're the only ones. That's what their claim to fame is. We as Joe Witness believe in such and such. We're the only ones that don't do such and such. And so I believe the witnesses or the leaders, their whole thing is what can we do to set us as witnesses apart from anybody else to show that we strictly obey the Bible. And it don't matter if people lose their lives, but we need to show that we should because nobody else is not no other witnesses, no other Christian religion is refusing blood transfusion like us. And I think that's what it is. I think it's more of a reputation and more of trying to put to the world that look at us, we're more close to God than you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can use, if you read the Bible, it says God wants a living sacrifice. If I don't take a blood, I'm giving God a dead sacrifice. When the witnesses know what the Bible says, God wants a living sacrifice. Why would He tell you to do something that's going to take your life? That goes against everything the Bible says about God. He wants a living sacrifice. He wants you to give up something that you do while you're alive. If people don't pay attention to do something that I'm going to sacrifice my life, what can God do with me then? That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the only person who wants a dead sacrifice, demon. Basically, I'm done.
I wouldn't go to those extreme demon. Yeah, well, maybe you're right. Whatever. Um, yeah. Interesting. I also focused. What disgusted me also was how I looked at the suicide rate among Jehovah's Witnesses and how high the suicide rate is. I could speak from experience. We had one brother. So let's say brother. Yeah, sure. In the congregation, and he um had a lot of his family in this organization, and he had committed adultery. He was cheating on his wife for almost 8-9 years. Okay, so the wife, the mistress, let's say she's the mistress, she told him, "Look, either you're going to marry me because I'm so sick and tired of waiting for you to, tell your wife about us, or I'm gonna report you. I'm gonna reveal it to your family. I'm gonna tell it to your wife and everything." Okay? She threatened to expose him. You know what he did? He took a gun and he killed her. This is a baptized brother. It was all in the newspaper. I had the article. I wish I had it. He took the gun and he blew her brains out. And then he took the gun and pointed it at himself and killed himself. Now, the reason why he killed himself, because he didn't want to have to face the repercussions of everybody in the Jehovah's Witness organization knowing what he had done, because he knew you're going to lose your family. Nobody's going to be able to talk to you. He's not going to have no support, no family. So instead of him having to suffer through that, he'd rather have killed himself. And that's what he did. And then you have another article here. Jehovah's Witnesses disrupts families. Okay. Where's that other one on suicide? I mean, come on. This one is from the New York Post. And that's from New York. That's a well-known news article. False prophets. Okay, now we have this article here. This is the New York Post, the New York Post newspaper. And this is February 21st, 2018. This woman, she was shunned by Jehovah's Witnesses. She didn't just kill herself. She killed her entire family. Why? Because of this shunning. A Michigan woman who was reportedly ostracized after she left the Jehovah's Witnesses killed her entire family before taking her own life, police say. Her name was Lauren Stewart, 45 years old, fatally shot her husband and adult children in a murder-suicide last week at their Kego Harbor home. Okay? Authorities responding to a 911 call from a concerned relative arrived at the house. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's go on. She's friends said, when they spoke to the friends of this family, they said they believed that the 45-year-old mom was driven to kill herself after she was shunned by the Jehovah's Witnesses. The religion, she was raised practicing this. The family of 4 reportedly left the religion more than 5 years ago, and because they left the religion, they were shunned. So that means she lost her family, she lost her whole belief system. You know, the family is the foundation for everything, really. When you sit here and you destroy people's families, people lose it. Some people can't handle that. And then we have another instance where a person says, my Jehovah's Witness brother, can you see that? My Jehovah's Witness brother killed himself. He committed suicide in Jehovah's Witnesses. They asked the question, will Jehovah forgive him because he committed suicide? Another person who had lost his family. My brother and I were raised Jehovah's Witnesses, but when I and my mother were disfellowshipped, my brother took it really hard as he could no longer be a part of our lives. He saw that makes me cry. But I'm trying not to get emotional here. Like so many witnesses, he tried hard to be perfect. And when he wasn't able to live up to their standards, it literally killed him. He had doubts and he had questions he was never allowed to ask. As we know, that's true. He had been told that this was independent thinking and he had too much pride. So he buried his thoughts and feelings and constantly strove to perform better. while he secretly suffered from severe depression and an obsessive compulsive disorder. His marriage to a
Mm.
Jehovah's Witness had failed. And because the Watchtower policy against remarriage, somebody got to commit adultery before you can get up out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. But that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that's God's arrangement. That's it. I abide by that. I stick with it because it's in the Bible,
Okay.
and you can prove that it's true. You don't get out of a marriage unless somebody commits adultery. That's it. But you are
Yeah,
allowed to get a
yeah.
separation.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Before you get to the adultery, I want to speak on the suicide because I know two that actually killed themselves.
Yeah.
I know two that actually did it. One of them was a son that he actually left the tree. He went to the Marines, and he came back and he killed his wife and he killed himself. Well, I know three. Okay, three. These are people who left the tree. They weren't witnesses when they killed themselves. They were witnesses after they left. And this is a lot of times what happens. I have witnessed killing themselves. I usually hear inactive ones. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this, that sometimes we could blame the witnesses for people killing, but in this day and age, we're dealing with a lot of mental illnesses, and a lot of the doctors today are doing nothing but prescribing medication, and these medications will make you want to kill yourself. I hope I don't give too much information out. I know an individual who they was on antidepressants, right? They were
Okay.
antidepressants, and this person said that she was giving her daughter, and something popped in her mind said that what if I put my daughter under the water, just hold her down there? And I don't blame anything from the witnesses, but sometimes I just don't believe. Man, I try to be fair, and I just believe that since witnesses don't encourage you to go see medical health or to go see a professional, it's always with these elders. You know what I'm saying? These fucking elders that don't have no training in social or any kind of help. You know what I'm saying? Because if I come back, I'm gonna be viewed as spiritually weak. So I believe that it's second degree that can lead you to kill yourself. But if the organization encourages people that's dealing with mental illness help, if I go seek a sign or a medical person who's diagnosed or who can certified to help me with my mental issue, then maybe he can help me deal with this. But if I go to them, I can view it as somewhat spiritually with the elders. And so I believe a lot of witnesses are dealing with mental conditions, and these can actually lead to suicidal thoughts because the doctors give you these things. I might be wrong, but this is my thing. I don't believe the witnesses are ultimately always responsible for suicide, but I believe that there are policies that go talk to these motherfucking elders that have no training in any type of thing, and all they go read the Bible and pray. Prayer is not going to fix a mental illness. If it did, you wouldn't need doctors. Need all the elders going to do is tell you go pray and read the Bible. Feel so. Meanwhile, me, I'm dealing with all this pressure in life. I got, and I'm going to the doctor. He giving me meds that's messing with my psyche and making me think that suicide is the answer. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a hard thing. I never thought about suicide. But I do deal with bouts of depression from time to time, and it's not um sometimes talking to people, but when you talk to these elders, a lot of times they're not dealing with the issue. Their prescription or their thing is, well, are you going out in service? Are you reading the Bible? Are you praying? No, it's more deeper than that, brother. But you're not trying to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that because I know two witnesses that killed themselves, and then one killed his wife. He came back from war, and a lot of times war can take you in depression. But just speaking on that, when you said that, I just say
Exactly.
that I look at different things. I don't think that it's always the witness's fault or it's always the witness because you were witness. I think a lot of time it's just the pressure of life, and the policy of witnesses is, if you have a problem, don't go talk to a professional. Go speak to elders. They're here to rub you down with oil. No, these people down here to judge you, man. That's how they say about that.
I fully understand where you're coming from when you say that. And you're right. There is a lot of mental illness, and sometimes people are not taking their medication, whatever. At the same time, the man that I know that killed himself, that killed his mistress, and he was mentally healthy, very mentally healthy. Okay,
Hmm.
he just could not
Oh, okay.
stand the idea of being losing his family. He really couldn't, you know. Um, and I think that a lot of
Okay, but
people,
okay, look, Sheila. No jokes aside. He was scared to lose his family, but he killed himself, so he lost his family in the end.
yeah, but how the hell would he feel it? He wouldn't feel the effect. He could, the family could be lost like
But I'm
hell.
saying that
He's in the coffin. What the hell he care? He don't feel a goddamn thing.
he lost it in the
I mean, think about it, right? What, he don't care. He got
end.
to go through all of the
Uh-huh.
shunning and everybody
Hmm.
whispering, and then when he goes through
Yeah.
hardship, and he had a close knit family, a very close knit family. They used to party together. I mean, like the gathering, but they were drinkers too.
Hmm.
Like the family, a lot of
Hmm.
all the elders I know are heavy drink. I live in New York, as you know. I've never seen so many elders
Hmm.
drink in my life. I mean,
Shit.
really?
Man, them
It,
whole bar elders got a bar in their house, a secret lab, doggone liquor, man. Them elders, yeah, them elders is drinkers, man.
bones from
I had
they make their own liquor.
yeah, man, I had an elder I had an elder come over my house, right? And he drink. I know he drank, but I offered him a drink. He said no before I could finish asking him, do you want to drink? It's like, dude, I'm not judging you, man. Don't worry about it. I know you drink, man. You drink. I know, but it's because I was a regular publisher or I couldn't drink it with him. But I know dude drunk, man. I knew he drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I used to drink also. I used to drink also, like in the past. But then I got married, and my husband he had substance abuse issues. So what I did to encourage my ex husband, well, he's my ex now. I was married with him for 11 years.
Hmm.
I stopped drinking.
Hmm.
That way, I can help show you you don't need outside substance. I don't care. I'll stop drinking. I stopped drinking for almost 8 years, Jumanji. Almost 8 years.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
My husband, he stayed clean for the 8 years. You know, he was clean for 8 years. But he did something. I had to divorce his behind because I could put up with anything. Cheat on me once, Sheila's done with you. It's a wrap. I don't give second chances
Hmm.
on that. I will
Hmm.
work with you through drug issues
Hmm.
and all the above, but you cheat on me, cutthroat, I'm done with you.
Hmm.
So anyway,
Yeah.
what made me go
Exactly.
back to drinking, I drink socially now because I used to have the
Hmm.
gatherings at my home because I had my brother here too, and we had my brother he was studying the Bible. He's baptized now, unfortunately, but anyway, he
Hmm.
was studying with this
Hmm.
brother, and even at their studies, when the man was studying, he always brought like 2 bottles of wine. Every time they studied, there was always alcohol involved. I mean, it was
Yeah.
unbelievable. And then when I used to have the gatherings and the cookouts and all this stuff in my home. They used everything was alcohol, alcohol, alcohol. So I said, no, I don't drink whatever because bap, bap, bap. They said, well, sister, sister, whatever, true love, whatever. Yeah, you could drink. I went back to drinking, man. But that was because I also had left my husband. I had to be an example for him. But once I got rid of the husband, yeah, man, it's on. So it was like, yeah, these elders
Yeah.
drink more than a little
Hey,
bit.
why do
They
you?
drink more
Okay,
than a
I'm
little
trying to get
bit.
to.
I was like, they drink so much that their wives had
But
to be the designated drivers. Are you serious?
hmm do you think? Do you think it's the pressure, the what do the pressure of keeping up the status quo that you have to drink? 'Cause I know when I used to leave the Kingdom Hall, sometime I would have to go to the liquor store after the Kingdom Hall to kind of calm my nerves.
That's
Um,
terrible.
and so I would, because some liquor stores they close at 2, but some close at 10. So I had to, the meeting was over 9:30. So sometime after the meeting, I would go to the liquor store to get some alcohol to calm my nerves after the meeting. So
That's
I'm just wondering if an elder, all this responsibility on an elder. to keep up the status quo, and it's so much pressure on it. You think a lot of times that drives them to drink, because I know even me, man, even going to hall, that sometimes that could raise your. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I went to hall, it kind of raised blood pressure a lot. And then even after work, because I would come home from work. As soon as I come from work, I'm getting dressed, and I had no time to rest. So even going to the hall, sometimes that would kind of raise my blood pressure and stuff. So it would raise my I don't want to say anxiety things, but after the meeting, to calm down, I have to drink, because we can't smoke marijuana. Marijuana has a way of toning you down. I used to smoke marijuana before I was a witness, and I think if marijuana was okay with the witness, I think a lot of witnesses would smoke marijuana. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into whether marijuana is good or bad for you, but I'm saying that a lot of witnesses, I think they do it to calm their nerves. I think alcohol is a lot of way for witnesses to escape the what do you call it? The culture of being a Jehovah's Witness. That's what I think it is, man. What do you think?
I think I agree with you. I used to know several of the sisters who they used to drink, and sometimes you could smell it on their breath at the meeting. So I would have to tell them, I could smell that on your breath. We would go to the bathroom and try to get some mints. Or let's Google and see how can you cover up the smell of alcohol. And yeah, the sisters did it a lot. And I think the brothers are
They
under a
couldn't
great
chew
deal
gum.
of pressure. Yeah, well, gum would only
They were
enhance
drink.
the smell.
So they were
Gum
drinking
would
on the
only
way to the
be
hall.
more pronounced.
You
So
mean you mean to tell me they were drinking beer or alcohol on the way to the hall? Good God,
they
damn
wasn't drinking
man.
beer, baby. They were drinking hardcore. They had it hardcore. And their favorite was vodka because they assumed that vodka has no odor, and that's not true. Because
Oh,
really,
that's not true.
I
No.
had like 3 or 4 sisters that I
Yeah,
had
that.
to pull in the bathroom and tell them that I could smell that on your breath. And then I had sisters who I used to be in the bathroom, and they would be talking about their husband like a dog, talking to me, talking about their. I don't know
And
whether
you
they
can
had
smell on
drank
their
too much
breath,
and talking too much,
huh?
but whatever.
You can.
I don't know, Jumanji. I really
Oh
don't
yeah,
know, but I
you can
think
smell.
you're right.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, you can smell alcohol on people's breath when they drinking. You can smell alcohol on people's breath. You can smell it. I say, I, again, my mom. When I can smell it on my dad. I can smell it on his breath when they drink. You know what I'm saying? You can smell it. So they should at least say teeth or doggone chew some gum. You know what I'm saying? So what that means, they probably drinking on the way to the hall. I mean, shoot, I can't.
Drinking on their way to the
They were
hall.
drinking.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I don't know. But sometimes when you take
If
gum, it makes
that
it
toothpaste.
smell worse. So the best thing to do, I let them
Oh
know,
yeah.
is to get the Hall's cough drop. Hall's cough drop
Oh yeah.
menthol
Oh.
will calm it down.
Mm.
So if you feel the need to drink,
She
baby,
said. She said
we're gonna have to do
Tylenol
this
was cough
correctly.
drop. Cough drop with
Yeah.
erase it. Yeah.
So
Hold on for a minute. Hey, I know one of my wife's friends, right? One of my wife's friends. She said her mom used to smoke crack in the Kingdom Hall bathroom. You believe that?
no, I don't,
You believe that?
Jumanji.
I don't. I
You
don't.
know that's a lie, Jumanji.
Yeah, I don't
You
believe
know
that,
it's
dude.
a
That's what
lie.
her. That's what my.
That's a lie. You know it's a lie. That's a lie.
I'm not making it up. Somebody said that mom.
That is huge. That's huge lie. Somebody got
Okay,
smoking crack in the bath. That ain't happening. I don't think
yeah,
so.
smoke crack in the
Somebody got the
bathroom. I
moochie.
don't believe. I don't believe it. Yeah, I don't believe that either.
Yeah.
Somebody making
Tell
that
your
up.
wife
They
that was a
smoke
good
crack in their
joke,
own
though. That was
bathroom.
good. Tell us that was a good
Yeah,
one.
she said that was a good joke. Now she's sitting here listening, but yeah, I don't
Oh,
believe
she
that either,
is?
man. Cause yeah, you in the
Hello,
bathroom,
Miss
huh?
Jumanji. Hello, Miss Jumanji.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
she can't hear, but she just passed me a note said that. Yeah.
oh, okay, okay.
Okay, but I want to get back to the suicide. I'm gonna
Yeah.
move on from this. 'Cause I don't want to say do depressing. Do you think that because if you brought up this whole time thinking that this God in the sky is watching you, and if he's waiting for you to mess up, this is what I felt about God. That if you mess up, because if I mess up, sometime I would feel like I'm lost. Like, God, please have patience on me. I'm saying that's felt about God. Like, oh my God, He's going to destroy me. And so if and you taught so much in the Kingdom Hall that if you leave, there's no forgiving. So if you leave in your mind, I lost my family and my God's going to kill me. Sometimes with that combined, that'll make you think, what am I living for? God's gonna kill me in the end. I'd rather kill myself. I have no family, I have nothing else to live for. You think that could be a contributing factor also the sides?
I don't. I'm hoping that they don't associate the organization with being God. The governing body is not God or Jesus Christ.
What? But they do.
Yeah,
They do.
they
They
have to
do.
understand. Jehovah God and Jesus Christ are looking for honest-hearted people. As long as you don't commit deadly
Uh-huh.
sins, like the Bible says, you don't commit deadly sins, and the Bible also shows what God hates. He has seven things
Mm-hmm.
that he hates. I think it's the right. Hold on a minute, baby. So, yeah, I'm not going to take that call. Excuse me. So there's seven things that God hates. As long as you're not making a practice out of sin, we know what a practice is. It means you do it regularly or every Friday I do this. No.
Mm-hmm.
Jehovah God makes it clear what the deadly sins are and what he hates. And what he cares about is whether you have an honest heart. Okay? People who still care about right and wrong, and people who still care about the truth. That's all Jehovah's focusing on, because come Judgment Day, Jumanji, when we stand before Jehovah God and Jesus Christ on Judgment Day, Jehovah, he's going to look at our heart condition. He also cares about the reason why you did what you did. You see, that's something humans don't give a damn about. They don't care about why you did it. They just know you did me wrong, blah, blah, blah. But, Jehovah, he cares about, he uses the insight that he has. That's why I don't sweat the small stuff. Like, am I living up to what Jehovah wants? Am I fearful about Armageddon? Am I fearful that the hell, whatever the hell people are teaching these days? No. The only thing I'm concerned with is, why was I able to go? I'll deal with you later, Great Dane. The only thing I'm concerned with in life is to make sure my heart stays pure. And what is the most important thing out of all the commandments that Jehovah and Jesus Christ said is the most important? To love Jehovah God and to love each other. That's the one. That is the law. That is the command that outlaws all other commands. That how you say that's the greatest command. Love each other, love God, and of course have mad respect for Jesus Christ. Always that. So I think that's all people really need to be concerned with. Really, sitting around here sweating all of this. Am I talking right? Am I not right? I don't go to my meeting. No. Me, I go to my Christian meeting every Thursday, every Sunday. I found a nice non-denominational. I have my women's Bible study group. We meet at Starbucks, and we have coffee. We talk. We eat. We study the Bible. My Christian meeting that I attend to on Sunday, they encourage you to do your own research. Like they have Q&A, questions and answers. They email us the questions, and they encourage you to do your own research. I love this. I love it. I also love that after they give their sermon, guess what they do? Something Jehovah's Witnesses would never do. They look in the audience and say, does anyone have any questions? I was like, what? I was thrown back. So what I recommend for the ones who are leaving the organization, they're worried about, well, where are we supposed to go? You find yourself a non-denominational group of people who study the Bible, not magazines, not books, not pamphlets. No, the Bible. And you're encouraged to do your own research. And when it comes to doing the ministry work like we are instructed to do, I have my own ministry channel. It's called Trulove Ministries. People could do their own, you could do the preaching work like we are instructed to do. But you can have your own ministry channel right on YouTube. or when someone has a problem, you know, people are always talking about their problems. You do, how you say, incidental, as they say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
talk to people about their problem and show them scriptures in the Bible. That is doing the ministry. Tell them about Daniel chapter 2, verse 44, about God's kingdom and all the above, if you will. You know how it goes. So
Mm-hmm.
you're doing what you're
Yeah, yeah.
instructed to do.
Well,
The most important thing is protect your
well,
heart. Make sure your heart stays pure. Please.
mm-hmm.
Please.
Well, you know, I mean, you think it from a you know, because I can tell that you study the Bible, but as far as witnesses, when you talk about the love and things like that, see what coats do. Coats redefine words. So when coats talk about it has to do with being agreeable and things like that. So what you're talking about is from a biblical standpoint, okay? But I'm talking about from a witness standpoint, is that the gravest sin you could do is to bring reproach upon the organization, because Jehovah's name is basically Jehovah's organization. Okay, when they talk about Jehovah's name, that's the organization, that's the watchtower. So in a witness mind, the gravest sin you could do is speak against the faithful slave. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's gonna publicly speak out against Jesus, witness. Nobody's gonna publicly do that. But sometimes we do it against the. And so in a witness mind, we speak against the teachings. We're going against the blaspheming the spirit, because spirit is what came out with those things. So yeah, what you're saying is, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you as far as biblical standpoint. But I know when I was in, my mindset was I don't want to do anything that's going to bring reproach upon Jehovah. And
That's
in our
right.
minds, Jehovah represented by this organization now here. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. What do you call that? What do you call that when you do something, but it's going to ultimately go back to something else? Um, Whatever it's called. This, whatever I do to the organization, it's going to go back to God. And so that's in a lot of people's here doing
Reflect,
anything
have
in
a
the
reflection on
public,
God, have a reflection
like
on
bad on
Him.
my God. Yeah,
I
and it
see.
doesn't really not doing to it, God. It's more about what's going to make this organization look like. It's always focused on, but they made us think that we was looking at God. No, we was mostly focused on the organization. Oh, you're in the sacred
Exactly.
service. You know, Stephen
Yep.
Led. Oh, you're in the sacred service, brother. What sacred service
Yep.
building the Kingdom Hall? There ain't nothing sacred about building a doggone Kingdom Hall. Y'all keep selling every doggone 3 years. Ain't nothing sacred about that. Construction workers build buildings all the time. It's nothing sacred about building a building. Sacred means something set apart. That's opposite from normal. If you see humans doing something over and over again, that's not sacred. So if I come in God's organization, I'm building a building, that's not sacred because humans do it all the time. What's sacred is something humans don't always do, something that's set apart. So it's always about when you talk about sacred in no witness mind, something that has to do with an organization.
Yeah, I hear exactly where you're
um,
coming from. And when you talk about the faithful and discreet slave, you know, we have to really take a look at that also, especially considering the Jehovah's Witnesses, the governing body, admitted they're not inspired by
mhm,
God. Okay, they are
mhm,
not infallible. Not infallible means
mhm,
you're making mistakes. You're constantly making mistakes.
uh-huh,
All religions make mistakes,
uh-huh,
but the difference
exactly.
between the other religions and Jehovah's Witnesses is that Jehovah's Witnesses mistakes cause lives. They're killing people with their
Mhm,
mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And when
mhm,
it comes to the faithful and
yeah,
discreet slave, Jesus Christ said when he comes, he wants to make sure that you are distributing the spiritual food. So when he comes, he says, good job, my slave. Who is the faithful and discreet slave?
mhm,
Anyone. Joyce Myers. I love her. I live for this woman. You got Alan Parr.
mhm,
You have Charles
mhm,
Stanley. Oh, this one guy, his name is Carlos De Jesus Jumanji. There's no way. No one could ever convince me that that guy, Carlos De Jesus, he looks like he's 35. You can see God's spirit is with that kid.
mhm,
You can look in his eyes and see
mhm,
God's spirit is with him. That's the
mhm,
faithful and discreet slave that the Bible is speaking of. All those who are building other people up spiritually and teaching them from the Bible.
Exactly.
That's who it is. It has nothing to do with governing body, who, by the way, they admitted they're not inspired. So when they get this new light, considering you don't have God's Holy Spirit and you're not inspired like the apostles were, where on earth are you getting this new light? So they say they're being guided by the Holy Spirit. But the Bible tells us we all have Holy Spirit. All you got to do is ask. When you find yourself in need of help, you go to your Heavenly Father and ask Him for Holy Spirit. Bam, it's as good as done. So what makes them think their Holy Spirit is so much better than ours, especially when they're constantly messing up? You see, people have told them what was right, but they sat up there ready to label you an apostate. And then down the road, a new light, guess what happened with that new light? It was the exact same thing that this person was already telling you. You know what I'm saying? But you sat up there, destroyed the family, labeled them an apostate. Hello, whatever. We have just as much Holy Spirit as they do.
Yeah.
All you have to do is ask.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing about the new light. And this is why, when you talk about cults, religious cults, they redefine, but they also it takes. There's no verse in the Bible talks about new light. That verse in Proverbs, the topic of the scripture in that Proverbs chapter 4, the path of the righteous. That was what the Proverbs was focused on. He wasn't focused on the light. That was a simile. That was comparing the path of the righteous to something else. He could have said the path of the righteous is like a doggone path. He could say anything. But they're gonna take that one scripture and justify changing understanding. No, you Simon's not talking about doctrine. He's talking about the path of the righteous, meaning that it's a journey, meaning that as you go on with your journey, it's going to get brighter and brighter, that you're going to fully understand where your journey is going. These cults will take that and say, oh, he's talking about a light. No, the light was a comparative of what your journey is. The time is not talking about a light. Forget a light, man. Fuck a light. We're not talking about a light. You got to all the time. You got to change the light. Lifetime. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the Psalm is talking about. The path of the righteous is like a light. If they want to focus on the light and what they did, we were wrong. We were wrong in the beginning, but we're not going to admit we were wrong. What we're going to do is say that, oh, this was just a light that we didn't understand. Okay, just admit you're wrong. Everybody's wrong, man. But see, what they did is they set the bar for themselves too high, that God is leading us, instead of coming out and saying that, no, what we're doing is we're trying to figure out the Bible just like you guys. We're trying to figure out the Bible just like you guys. We might get it wrong here and there. Everybody gets it wrong. Scientists get things wrong. They figure out new things over and over again. Even the wise person in the system get things wrong. But the governing body, what they did is they set the bar too high. They didn't have to do that. They just said, just like anybody else, with Bible commentators, we might get it wrong, and eventually might have to change. Just bear with us. But no, when you set the bar too high, God's Spirit is leading you. You got to know why God's Spirit was wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get it wrong. They set the bar too high. They shouldn't did that. And the ego is preventing them from admit that they're wrong. So, our understanding was wrong. Okay, well, your understanding was supposed to be led by God's Spirit. God's Spirit led you in the wrong direction. If I'm going, I'm saying that if I'm going on a safari, right? This is it for you illustration. If I'm going on a safari, can I get it wrong if I'm following the person who's leading me? Can I get it wrong? I can't get it wrong if I follow him closely. If I sit here and I'm looking at a bush on the side and I'm not paying attention to the person leading me, yeah, he might go off farther and I get lost. But if I follow him, I can't get lost. So if you are sitting there following God's Spirit, you're not gonna get lost because you're following behind him. If I'm a leader, there's no way I can get lost unless I'm not following him. I to the left and I get distracted. You know what I'm saying? That's what the body does. They go up in their own understanding. But
Right?
again, humans understanding change. But then we're too egomaniac to admit that we went off them on God's spirit. You know what I'm saying? I probably too
Yeah.
far and stayed too long. But I'm just trying to articulate that it's just crazy that we give so much humans power to tell us what to believe when God gave each of us a mind. If God wanted us to follow one person, He wouldn't give us a mind. He would just gave us all the senses and mind, and we could just everything that could have told us what to do. But God gave us a mind to come up with our own thing, and He could tell us what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? But Joe Winters will sit here, they close their mind down and follow these 8 men as if, why did God give you a mind? What did God give you a mind for if He just purposed you to follow 8 men? Why did He do that?
Yeah, I agree with you. And in connection with you talking about Proverbs chapter 4 and about this new light, it means that those who live righteously, their life will grow brighter and brighter. This does not in any way mean changing the understanding of God's truth. This is about a person's life. Actually, it's a father talking to his
Mhm,
son. The righteous man who follows
mhm,
God will be blessed, and the man who does wickedness will not. Chapter 4 means to hold fast to God's commandments in your life. Chapter 4 shows how the righteous stick
mhm,
to God's truth and follow his commands, but the wicked do not. The light gets brighter and brighter in the righteous man's life. When you look at the very next verse, 19, it shows how the wicked man's life turns out. Why? Because he was not um,
mhm.
following God's command. So instead of his road getting brighter and brighter, his road got darker and darker. Okay? It clearly speaks about what people are doing in their lives. Are they following the true God or not? If you follow the true God, your life will be filled with light. But if not, your life will be filled with darkness. That's all it means. That's simply all it means. How the hell? That's why I tell people read the whole chapter. Don't
Exactly.
just take a verse out of it. Read the whole chapter
Uh-huh.
so you don't take it out of context.
Mhm.
When I quote scriptures to
Yeah,
people,
exactly.
I always try to just say the Bible book and the chapter. Do your research.
Mhm,
He wants this
mhm,
Great
mhm.
Dane person.
That's
He
it.
says, "Can you ask Sheila about her going to college?" Yeah, I went to. Yeah, I did go to college. Why was she able to? I was able to because I put such emphasis on education. My son went to college. He has his master's. My daughter went to college. My son is a counselor. Yeah, I put emphasis on, and my daughter's a registered nurse. Yeah, that takes college education. I don't give a damn what an organization
Mhm.
say. What did I
Most
study?
definitely,
I
yeah.
studied liberal arts. Liberal arts is when you're not sure what you want to do. I study many different things. Um, I have
Mhm,
my bachelor's. Uh, my son has his master's. My daughter has her bachelor's. Yeah, I put emphasis on education. I don't because there's no way in the world.
mhm,
And when I study, about the governing body, a lot of those governing body they had their education. They were not
mhm.
neglecting their and then you can't show me nowhere in the Bible. You can't show me nowhere in the Bible where it tells me to. No, that's you asked me about my why was he able to? Because I just overrode what they was teaching. I wasn't trying to hear it. Don't care. That's what happened.
Mhm.
Is that satisfactory for you, Great Dane?
Okay, so
No, atomic.
so uh,
Yeah, I just override that because there's
so
no way you're
okay,
going to
so
keep me
I
a
want
dummy.
you
Not
you
Sheila
might
Trulove.
um,
Go ahead,
yeah,
tell
you don't want to say a dummy, yeah. No, why would I say a dummy? Okay, so I'm gonna go through these comments real quick. I'll show some of these comments. What you got to say about that? I'm just gonna go through the comments, and if you want to reply, I don't want to ignore the people in the chat. You probably can't see them because they on live right now. They putting comments in there, but you have to go to YouTube to watch the comments. But I'm gonna put some see what they're saying. The Great Dane said, yeah, Great Dane. He always watch my video, man. I appreciate Great Dane. I wish he made a channel, man, but he seems like he had a lot. Okay, so Great Dane said church for years, and I loved it. I like being part of it, worship by singing and shouting out. That's just one. That's just comments, so I don't ignore anybody. We'll get back to one. I don't want to seem like annoying anybody on the comment thing. Okay, it says Anna Twink said one thing we're really lousy at and are very poor compared to other churches is music. I went to listen to King's College Choir recently, blew my mind. Man, the witness shook. I mean, cause we were, you know what I'm saying? And some of us couldn't sing. You had that lady in the background. Remember, Sheila? Remember you went to the hall and you had that lady in the back that after everybody sung, she still keeping a high note. She couldn't really sing. You know what I'm saying? You ever went to the Kingdom Hall with the lady at the back?
Yeah, I had a sister.
So yeah, these people were
She was a
trained.
professional. She was a professional opera singer. She was great. She was amazing.
Oh yeah.
She was a professional opera singer before she came to the truth. So you know how that goes. Now, when it comes to the music of the Kingdom Hall, I don't care about not, I don't like the a cappella thing with no music, but I don't focus too much on the music. I care about the learning part. They call the music part the praise part. That's great, but the praise part is not teaching me about the Bible. I need to know. I need to be equipped. When people come at me with a problem, I need to know how to direct the Bible. I need to know how to give them illustrations. The music ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You want good music? You listen to Kirk Franklin.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
my dude.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I love Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my own ministry, and Kirk Franklin will be my man. Definitely. You want Broadway? Go to Broadway.
It was like when we had lady. It was lady in a wheelchair in the back, and she thought she could sing, but it's like, man, your ears be her like what is like make like he's made the choice. Everybody gets it. She's still holding it. I moving on to the second verse. You know what I'm saying? But she's still holding on to the last verse. They're like, we shut up. And my kids, all the kids look back at her, and you like keep looking forward, but kids ain't gonna hide nothing. They looking back like, who making this dumb noise, Amazing.
A lot of the musicians learn the craft in the church. If you want Broadway and you want to play, I say go for the music, whatever. I don't care about the music part. I just don't like the a cappella thing. Give me some music, honey. Some music behind it. I'm focused on the education. I don't know why so many people keep caring about the music. Thank you. You.
Well, I think
Anna. Yeah. I need the knowledge part. Keep your music and give me the knowledge. Thank you, Anna, again.
Yeah. She said, sorry about your mom. These are old comments. We made this earlier in the let me tackle the old comments. All right.
So yeah, like I said, I like to focus on the educational part of it because when somebody's coming at me with problems, I can't break the song, to try to solve their problem.
So we're gonna get back in. I'm just.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. But still, even in school, what they teach you is the music. One thing even learn in Africa. How we learn in Africa back? How their ancestors learn. They learn through music. Music does play a part in teaching. Because you can remember by jingles. A lot of times, teach has a way of opening your mind where it can put information in, and sometimes music behind it, and you hear a jingle, something stays in there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, music has a way of teaching because even ABCs, we learn ABCs by singing.
I'm gonna break into songs.
Okay, we did that.
Have the problem. I promise. I'm a create a rap. I'm a create a rap, man. I'm gonna come out in song for real. That's what's gonna work.
But just make sure you have talent. I mean, because if you don't have talent, you try to break into singing, then just like that. He thought he was going, but I mean, dude sound like he need to go. I don't know what he was doing. All right, let me see. So here's one.
Yeah, blah blah.
Here's one.
Blah blah blah.
It said they are good assuming you are doing something wrong.
I like that. That's interesting. I like that. Blah
that's
blah
what
blah.
You
blah. This person obviously.
So he said.
Blah blah blah.
So, So he said, witness to good, assuming you're doing something wrong. What do you think about that?
They're good at assuming that I'm doing something wrong. We know about assume. You know, you don't assume things because you make an ass out of you and me. Not a good thing. And why do we care about what they assume? Actually, I don't. My main
Mm-hmm.
objective is to please my Heavenly Father and my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Let me tell you straight up. That's all I care about. You hear Sheila Trulove? That is genuinely all I care about. I don't care about no governing body. I don't care about no elders. I don't care about those people sitting up in that hall. I have to make sure that I, when I stand before my Heavenly Father, my Lord and Savior, I'm correct. Like I said, I watch my heart. I love God and love each other. That's what I work like a dog. And how do you love people? How do you show God that you love Him? How do you show Him? By the way you love other people. And how do you show people that you love them? By treating them the way you want to be treated. Matthew 7:12. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You don't want to be lied to. You don't want to be cheated on. You don't want to be betrayed. You don't want nobody sitting up here setting you up. So don't do it to other people. Life is really not that complicated. It isn't. We know none of us are perfect. You don't have to be perfect to treat people the way you want to be treated. See how simple that is? Right? Simple.
Yeah, you broke that down real good, man. Yeah, I couldn't say that better, man. That's what you broke down right there. That man, that summarized everything right there. What you said, man. The way you show God is to show love to people who are made in His image. You broke that
Hello?
down.
That's right.
That's just you. Yeah, you articulated that real good, man. That that's very what you said. You know what I'm saying? What I'm thinking he's saying is that in a joke, we always assume when you're sitting in a hall, you always assuming that somebody cannot be perfect, and that they're doing it for the wrong motive. I remember when they used to walk up there with that sheet of paper. You know they was about to announce somebody was disfellowship. You ever been you remember they did after the 3 Academy Ministry School. Wherever it was, I don't know, the ministry school or service meeting. The end of the ministry school service meeting where that elder walking through with that piece of paper and you knew he's about to name somebody's name off. You remember that?
Yeah, but I never paid that disfellowshipping crap. And
Yeah.
if they were willing to talk, I never paid that no mind. Because I had got disfellowship once too. Actually twice. And when I got disfellowship, my mother, who was anointed, according to what the Bible teach, whatever they say, my mother never stopped talking to me. My mother never stopped having me at her home. The only thing she wouldn't do with me was eat with me. And that's because I used to smoke cigarettes. You know, my mother never stopped talking to me.
Yeah.
And when I was working towards my reinstatement, I would walk in that hall. My mother was holding my hand. She stood right by me as we were singing. Every time they prayed, she was holding my hand. Keep in mind, I'm her only daughter. She wasn't lose my daughter. You people are crazy up in here. Okay. When someone is disfellowship, I never bought into that crap either. Because I would look at them and sneakily talk stuff to them. If you're willing to talk to me, I'ma still talk to you because I know that's Jesus Christ's way. I knew from out the gate that they were wrong on that. That is definitely not the way Jesus Christ would handle anyone. No. Let's think about the prodigal son. That prodigal son, the moment he came back, he was forgiven and welcomed. He wasn't cast out for 6 months, 9 months, a year and above. No. He showed that he was sorry. Now, we know the scriptures in 1 Corinthians chapter 5, where you do have to distance yourself for people who are not repentant. Because if they're not going to try to get it right, then we're going to have to kind of back up from you, kid. You know, you're going to have to do things God's way, the Bible's way, not governing body's way, God's way. But let me tell you what I think. They need to be redirected. The moment they hand in that letter, you know, when you say that I am ready to be reinstated, I have stopped doing the things that I used to do. The next meeting, they should reinstate that person. At the very next meeting, the moment they hand in that letter. Now, I understand where you do have to distance yourself from people who just don't, you know, they're just not trying to get it right. Come on already. You're all right committing fornication. You know, that ain't happening. Adultery, that ain't happening. Not acceptable. Homosexuality, I love you and all that. I ain't judging nobody. That ain't acceptable. Sorry, babe. But, you know, the moment you hand that letter in, welcome back. And the person who's welcome back, They should be treated lovingly. They should be invited to every single gathering because they need to be built up. They should have people saying encouraging things to them, inviting them out more so they won't fall fall waywardly again. I think that's the way Jesus Christ would have handled it. I understand that there's disciplinary action that has to be taken, and it has to, because people have to take accountability and responsibility for their behavior. I get it. But let's think about the prodigal son. Let's do things Jesus Christ's way, not governing body's way, lovingly.
Yeah. When you mentioned 1 Corinthians 5, okay, where in 1 Corinthians does it say that Paul went to the front of the house or congregation and said his fellowship? Where does it say that? Because I mean,
Well, I mean, you know what it
he
says.
warned them
Have
that
anything? Wait, let me see the
away from
scriptures.
people. It was
They say that's the scriptures they use for disfellowshipping is 1 Corinthians. Wait, where's my damn scriptures? Wait a minute. Hold on, here we are. Let's see now. Shunning and disfellowshipping. Okay, let me see the scriptures they use. It says 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11 through 13. But now I am telling you to quit mixing in company with anyone called a brother. And that's another thing they need to focus on. It says anything called a brother. So why are you disfellowshipping sisters? She's not a brother. They focus on brothers because brothers take the lead. Well, brothers are the example. It says anyone that is a fornicator, a greedy person, or an idolater, or a reviler, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, not even eating with such a man. But what do I have to do with judging those outside? Do you not judge those inside while God judges those outside? It says remove the wicked man, because it's saying a brother. Remove the wicked man from among themselves. Remove them. Let's think about what does it mean to remove them. What happened?
Here's what I'm saying. Paul left that ambiguous. He said anybody. He didn't give a specific name. He left it ambiguous that it was up to you as a Christian to determine if you see this person doing that. It wasn't the organization deciding who's doing it. It wasn't no judicial committee in the back of a doggone house or a doggone church where it did in the back of the first century. To the congregation and said, anyone as me as a knowledgeable, if I see anyone, that means me personally. I don't mean Paul. He pointed out names. He said anyone. That means that if I see anyone in his kingdom hall, anyone in his house, anyone in his congregation doing it, that means me personally. I'm going to personally choose. But the kingdom hall tells you who to stop talking to. That's not what Paul did. He said anyone. He didn't say that means that later on down the hall, if Paul died, you as a Christian use your perceptive powers to determine who you're supposed to hang out with or not. But the kingdom hall tells you who to hang out with. That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to bring out, is that Christianity is about individual relationship with God. It's not an organization. It's that whatever God's spirit leads you to do, that's what you do. And another Christian might not do the same thing as you do. You know what I'm saying? When Paul said anyone, he didn't give no names.
Well, it says anyone. It says anyone who is called a brother, not a sister. If they want to, let's not. It says anyone who's called a brother. Now you notice that 1 Corinthians, it does not say to totally shun a brother who is a wrongdoer, one who's committing the acts spoken of in the Bible. It doesn't say to shun them totally. Rather, it says to quit mixing in company with such a person and not eat with such a man, and hence refers to socializing with him as a friend. Okay? Now, the Bible has a list things that you would limit your association. Now, the Bible has like 7. They have like 7 things, maybe 8, of why you should back up. This Jehovah's Witnesses, did you check out that Shepherding the Flock book that they hid from everybody? Whatever. What is that about? Well, they have
like 500 pages.
They got 100 things of why they will associate you. The Bible only lists 7 things. 7 things. People read the Bible. 1 Corinthians chapter 5, 11 through 13. Okay? And let's focus on what Jehovah needs. Now, if someone grows a beard, Why are they limited to getting privileges in the congregation? If someone smokes cigarettes, I don't particularly care for people who smoke cigarettes, but where does it say you disassociate someone? If someone celebrates their birthday, Mother's Day, in the Bible, at Father's Day, we're told to honor our parents. I don't want to hear that garbage about paganism, because they follow so many other things that are pagan. Most of the things that we have today originate with paganism. Like they have in one of their article, it says, when it came to the piñata, it says, what something may have meant 100 years ago, that's not what it means today. Holidays today, it's just a day for family to get together. Because we all work, we all have busy lives, we all don't have time for whatever, you know what I'm saying? But on the holidays, we all get that time off. It's a time for us to unite with what Jehovah loves, which is family. Jehovah supports that. They want to take a monkey wrench and throw a monkey wrench even in that. No. Do I celebrate holidays? I don't do Christmas because I think it's too whatever. But that's, you know. And look at Job chapter 1, verse 1 in the NIV Bible. It says that it says birthday. Each one had their day. They celebrated their birthday. Okay? And we have to stay and focus on, please, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to reiterate this again. What something may have meant 100 years ago, people ain't sitting up here burning images and bowing down to idols and lighting incense on Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving. I love that. You cook, you got the family all together, all sit around the table and talk about what we're thankful for the year. How's that harmful? We got good food, we got good company, we have our family united. No. And what about I don't want to hear none of that crap. I don't do Halloween and Christmas. I'm not feeling that, but that's me personally. Halloween, way too wicked, witches, and I ain't feeling none of that. And I'm so it's like, but Thanksgiving, your birthday, New Year's, Easter Sunday, that's normally when everybody goes to church and try to give some praise, talk about their sins and beg for forgiveness. Come on already. Like I said, when you stand before Jehovah God and Jesus Christ, he's going to look at your motives behind what you did. Were you celebrating these holidays because you wanted to be, worshiping the pagans? Nah, Jesus and Jehovah God know that's not true. It's a day when I have a chance to associate and be with my family and friends. That's it. That's all. They trying to make so much more out of it. Let me tell you why they don't want you to celebrate holidays for real. The reason why they don't want you celebrating holidays is because you have to spend money. And the more money you spend on Christmas gifts and Thanksgiving dinners and all of this, that's less money you're going to be putting in the contribution box. Some people around the holidays, it's true. Some people around the holidays, they fall behind a little in their bills or what have you. You're going to fall behind in your tithes, as they call it. That's the real motive behind that. It's so that we could give our money. We have enough money so we don't fall behind, your birthdays. I got to sit up here by my partner or whoever the hell, whatever. That's going to cost money. I'm not going to get them a cheap gift. That's going to cost money. That means less for them. We're sitting around here taking care of 8 men sitting up in the tower, and everybody's bowing down to the tower. That's idolatry. Okay? We're taking care of 7 white men and 1 token black. Let's keep it real here. Please, real talk. 7 white men and 1 token black. And everybody's falling down to the top.
1 token black.
And I'm saying that's the same as it's true. I'm sorry, go ahead, darling.
Yeah, I'm saying even when you talk about paganism, how many witnesses with a red wedding ring at the Kingdom Hall? Take that shit off your finger. That's all pagan. Okay? When you talk about blood transfusion, we talk about blood transfusions. We talk about blood transfusion and components of blood, right? Is white blood cell component of blood? Is white blood cell component of blood? Baby should not be breastfeeding because it has white cells. Man, we just don't think about this stuff. It's just we're not using our brain. Tell us what they call it, mother. What they call the society, mother. Oh, no blood transfusion, no white blood cells. But then I'm gonna breastfeed my baby. my breast milk has white blood cells in it, man. I mean, come on, man. It's just, but the whole thing, I think,
I
what I
have a
think it
list.
is,
I
I
have
don't
a
think it
list
really has to do
here.
with,
I have a list here
uh-huh,
that shows all the things that Jehovah's Witnesses follow that are pagan. We have the wedding ring, as you said,
uh-huh,
Jumanji. When you look, okay, we have the white wedding dresses. What about the black mirror board hats with the
mm-hmm,
tassels? You know, when they graduate, how you take the
uh-huh,
tassel once you graduate? That came from paganism. The use of the calendar. We all
uh-huh,
know that. That's definitely kept.
yeah.
Each you know about each month. It symbolized something for God. What about the wedding veils? If
Oh,
you
yeah, yeah.
choose the wedding bridesmaids, eye
Mm-hmm,
makeup that used to ward off evil spirits. They said if you wear eye makeup,
uh-huh,
yeah. We got the piñatas, we got the wind
mm-hmm,
chimes. I've been to so many Jehovah's Witnesses homes, and they have the most beautiful wind chimes. That's definitely
yeah.
originated with
What
paganism.
about,
That symbolizes different spirits coming in.
what about,
Flowers at the funeral. Flowers at the
embalming?
funeral. What's up with that?
Yeah,
What happened?
embalming. Embalming was an Egyptian way, embalming the body when you die. That's the Egyptian way of keeping your body after afterlife. I mean, you don't need to embalm a body; it's gonna turn to dust. Egyptians did the body in the afterlife, so don't. You know what I'm saying? Even embalming your body, that's the way the Egyptians kept your body in the same. They bury stuff inside you because you go in the afterlife with your same body. The Egyptians started the embalming process because I want to keep my body in afterlife. If I'm going to turn to dust, why need my body from turning to dust? So do witnesses embalm the body? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I hear what
truthfully,
you
what
say.
I think, yeah,
And when you look
yeah,
at
and
the Awake
even my boy,
article, 2003, if you could get your hands on that article about piñatas,
mm-hmm,
they went on about the history, how they were used in religious
uh,
practices, pagans and such. Even still to this day, that's what they
mm-hmm,
use piñatas. But check out what the Watchtower said in the
uh-huh,
Awake 2003. They said it does not matter what it was used for hundreds of years ago. What something meant 100 years ago is not what it means today. The important thing
mm,
is how it's viewed today. So using a
mm-hmm,
piñata in a
mm-hmm,
celebration or chimes, like
yeah,
people have chimes, they said it's okay if it's
yeah,
used for fun. Christmas isn't religious
mm-hmm,
to all who celebrate. It's for fun. Thanksgiving is a time when this is my view, right
mm-hmm,
there. They stopped when they said the important
mm-hmm,
thing is how it's viewed. Okay. So
yeah, yeah,
how is it
yeah,
viewed?
yeah.
The holidays. We ain't sitting up here worshiping no idols and caring about no goddamn pagans and disrespecting God and Christ or antichrist and all this nonsense. Man, come on.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, nobody got yeah, no, exactly. Nobody got that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Um, I just think that, and just my opinion. I just feel it's a way that Joe Winners they want to feel more special, and that we do these things. No one else is doing these things but us, and it shows that we're the only true religion. If we were to stop all these religions, these festivals, this proves to the world that if you look at every other Christian, we're the only one doing this. It's all about our reputation, and we're the only ones doing this. So let's find anything we can to separate ourselves from other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like but never mind the consequence, the effects on people's lives. You know what I'm saying? It's like you making these man-made things up, and these people giving up stuff for a man-made thing. It has nothing to do with God. You stamp God's approval on it, people gonna do it, but don't realize it's because of what you said. That's a waste of life, man. Why am I doing this because of what you said? You know what I'm saying? That's a waste of time. I'm gonna die doing something you said and not live my life to my fullest. You know what I'm saying? If God wanted us to do and gave us a brain, He would gave us what we needed just for that. He would gave us what we needed just for that. You know what I'm saying? That's just my point. It's like why He give us all this follow man? Why give us a brain if we just gonna follow man?
Yeah. And we have Jehovah's Word, the Bible, that I use that as my making decisions. Whatever I do. I always say, how would Jehovah God feel about this, or how would Jesus do this? And many people say, well, I'm not God, I'm not Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Jesus and God, they're perfect. Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't take a perfect person to do certain things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
when it comes to, let me think. There's just so many things to say about the JWs. I hate to use Jehovah's name associated with them, but a lot of people also
Mm-hmm.
say this is what you hear them say, leave it in Jehovah's hands. Okay, they're good for that. We know that the organization is not
Exactly.
perfect, but we leave it in Jehovah's hands. Okay, but how does Jehovah answer prayers, and how does Jehovah get things done? He uses people, right? He's not going to come
Mm-hmm.
down here personally to do it. He's not going to send no angel down here,
Yeah.
not this day and age, and do it. He uses people. So because you
Uh-huh.
said leave it in
Mm-hmm.
Jehovah's hands, guess what? Jesus Christ saw all the reproach this organization is bringing on his Father's name, and you're right. They're right. We left it in Jehovah's hand. All of what they call apostates, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we left it in Jehovah's hands,
Mm-hmm.
and guess what? Jesus Christ is raised up. It's called the organization is being exposed. They're being exposed.
Mm-hmm.
That is because we
Mm-hmm.
did leave it in Jehovah's hands. It's worldwide now.
Mm-hmm.
They not only banned in Russia, they're banned in China, they're banned in like 33 other countries. And they're not going through no persecution.
Good.
Persecution is what the Apostle Paul,
Mm-hmm.
Silas, the apostles went through. No,
Uh-huh.
that's like somebody who sits up there and rob a
Yeah.
bank and then they go to jail. They're saying we're being persecuted. No,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
you're going through because you are an extremist. You're destroying families.
Mm-hmm.
You're destroying marriages. You're destroying people's lives. And let's think about the Catholic Church, how they used to talk about the molestation and the rapes and the abuse of children with the Catholic Church. And then lo and behold, look at what they look. But the difference between the Catholic Church and Jehovah's Witnesses, the Catholic Church at least got on every channel in the news. Everywhere they
Mm-hmm.
could, they apologized. They at least were humble
Mm-hmm.
enough to apologize. Jehovah's Witnesses,
Mm-hmm.
they're way too high and mighty and too haughty. And what did that brother say? There was a word he used, whatever. Yeah,
Presumptuous.
huge difference, man. Other religions,
Yeah.
they got false
Presumptuous.
teaching and all that crap, but their teaching is not killing people. Jehovah's Witnesses
Mm-hmm.
teachings are killing people. It's destroying. It's destroying more than
Mm-hmm.
it's building up.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do the math.
Yep.
That's the
Exactly.
difference.
Yeah. It's all about control. All right. Let me yeah. Let me comments. Comments that let's put these on here real quick. Who is that? All right. Same people on here. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I don't know what that is. All right. Here we go. Still. Oh shit. Hold on for a minute. Okay.
They
They
want to
want
sell
to
their books or
sell
build their buildings.
books and build their buildings to sell.
Yep, that's what it says. They want you to go out there and recruit
Mm-hmm.
so they can get more donations. That's what it's about, the almighty dollar. That's why they want you knocking at doors so they can recruit. That's what it's about, recruit, because
Mm-hmm.
the more people we have, that's
Mm-hmm.
the more donations we get. It's all about the money, sweetheart. Believe me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But they make you feel like you serving God by doing what they want you to do. Ridiculous. And people die in this stuff.
Yeah, they do. And
People in them, but that's okay. You can just leave
you have to think
J.
about, we're supposed to follow Jesus Christ's example. Jesus Christ was baptized at the age of 30. He was not 8 years old. He was not 12 years old. He was not 13, 15. He was 30. And when you look at the way the human mind developed, the prefrontal cortex, it develops at the age of 27, around that period. Now, we think about also when it comes to we're following Jesus' example. That's all I care about. I'm serious. I can't put enough emphasis on that. All I care about is doing it the way Jesus did. When it comes to the preaching work, Jesus did not. He taught mainly in the synagogue. He taught mainly like the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus Christ went from town to town, town to town. And as he
Mm-hmm.
was preaching, people heard him preach and they stepped to Jesus, inviting him. The key word here, inviting him to their houses. So when he went from
Yeah,
house to
exactly. Yep.
house, he was invited. He didn't go knocking at people's doors uninvited. So when the people knew that when Jesus came to the homes where he was invited to, people knew Jesus was coming. So they had a lot of people in their house so they could hear the word of this amazing man. But Jesus never sat up there uninvited and annoying.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's it. You could in the Roman Empire, you go to somebody's door, you go door to door in the Roman Empire and talking about, oh, Jesus King, they'll take you to Herod and you get Caesar, you get hung up on that cross, man. You cannot in the first century, you could not go to, that's very dangerous, man. You know, you you better get the hell away from this door, dude. You know, Jesus is king. Didn't I say get the hell away from this door? He's off with his head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, that's crazy. No, and I'm telling everybody
yeah.
who hears this video, whatever, please do things Jesus' way as closely as you can. We're not perfect like him, but we could damn sure try to get as close as possible to doing things the way he did it. He didn't get baptized like no young age. He didn't go around shunning people. He definitely didn't go around tearing up people's family and busting up marriages and telling you to kick your kids out just because the kid decided, you know what, mom, dad, this is not kind of working for me. So I found another Bible study group, mom, dad. Yeah, I kind of get more built up from that. So I think I'm going to kind of swing it that way. Is that okay? Get out. Pack your bags. I never said, I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
they went, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Which,
I just found something that works for me more. Unreal. That's
what
not
parents
Jesus.
gonna do that? If you really love your kid, if you really love your kid, who's gonna send them out in the jungle like that because you don't agree with them? You know, nobody sending their kids out like that. And I mean, you know, some parents I do know, they will kick their kids out at a young age, but typically a parent would not gonna send their kids out in the wild like that. You know, I know kids that come home at 22 because they don't know what to do, and you have to sit here and let
My
a natural
daughter left
parent not
home
gonna
at
sit
the age
there.
of 20.
Oh, you don't agree?
My daughter left at 20. My son left home when he was 33 years old. My daughter, she left at 20. She's married now, got my two grandkids, what have you. I begged my kids. I begged them because I was a single parent. You know, since I stayed on the job and I stepped up to the plate and I stayed while I had to kick the dad out because he cheated on me. I don't do that one. Okay, I'm here as a single parent. Okay, and the only thing I ask you, my kid, my son, and my daughter is for one thing, please. Don't ever turn your back on Jehovah and Jesus Christ. Well, actually, two things. I'm sorry. I want you to. I ask them, don't leave home until you're 30. I don't know why I picked that number because I feel that when you're a teenager, you know, like 18, 19, that's still teen. The world says you're grown. No, you're not. You're a teen. That's what since 19. Okay, when you're 20, that's early adulthood. That's pre-adulthood. Once you hit 30, you full-blown adult, honey. So I beg my kids just to show you appreciation for me staying on the job. Can you not leave home until you're 30? My daughter left at 20, whatever, you know, women find a man and it's like, bye, mom, whatever. My son, he granted more than what I asked. He stayed until he was 33. And when he was home, he wasn't one to watching video games and not, no, you're not doing that, baby. He was going to school, going to Christian meetings and in the ministry. He had a busy schedule. Not like these people who have these old ass kids sitting at home playing video games, not working.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, like me. Well, my kid is 18, man. They gotta get the hell out of here now.
Why?
So, because
why?
The thing I got.
Why do they have to leave at 18?
Jumanji? You had to.
I can't hear you.
Prepare them.
What happened?
about, on you. You know what I'm saying? I had to move back in my mom for a minute. Well, no, that's it's just you
It's freezing up.
prepare
I don't know.
them.
It's freezing up on your
Oh, you can't
side.
hear? You prepare
Yeah,
them
I can hear you, but it's like
and it's that
choppy. It's
a lot of
choppy.
parents don't prepare their kids. Oh shoot, they kicked me off. They kicked me off. Uh oh. They kicked me out, Sheila. They kicked me out my thing.
But I can still hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
All right. So the thing is, I had to move back in my mom for a minute, even though I had a
Okay,
job because I had
that's
lost
fine.
internet. But the point is, you're not gonna send your kid if you know you be in a grave danger. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. The point
Okay,
is,
good.
I'm enable my kids to sit here and be bums. But at a certain point, you want your kids to be out. Can
I can hear you, but it's very
uh,
choppy. It's like you're frozen. It's like frozen.
can you hear me, Sheila?
Yes, I can hear you,
Can
but
you
you're choppy. I
can
can
you
hear
hear me?
you.
Oh,
Yes,
I don't think she can hear me. Hey,
I
Sheila.
can hear you.
I don't think she can hear me. I think I got kicked
Yes,
out. All right, I think she got kicked out.
yes, I can hear
Oh
you.
yeah, my
I
big.
can hear
Mel,
you.
can you hear my voice? Oh, okay, good. Yeah, my
Yes, I can hear your voice.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so as
Can you hear
okay,
me?
so at a certain point, you will want your kids. Okay, good. So at a certain point, you okay. So at a certain point, you want your kids out.
I wanted them out at
You
30.
know
I
what I'm saying?
wanted them to
Yeah.
leave home at 30 because they're full adult.
Okay.
And then they have to take full responsibility
Yeah, I
for
can hear you.
whatever they
Can
make.
you
I
hear me?
want
Am
my
I
kids
clear?
home until 30.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think,
yes, yes,
yeah,
yes,
shit, I
yes.
think we gotta end it because
I can
I
hear
think
you.
it's going up.
I can hear
My
you.
internet's
Hear
messing up.
you. I can hear you, Jumanji. Can you hear me? Hello, hello.
Okay. Yeah. So she said, yeah, that's you. That's you. But that's you. I'm saying, okay, that's you. Okay. Okay, good. That's you. That's some parents will want that, like, but I'm saying that at a certain,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
I can hear
yeah.
you.
Can you hear me?
I, yeah, here's the point I'm trying to make. Here's the point I'm making.
Yes,
She still
yes,
get pity with that.
yes. I can hear you.
Man, she probably can't hear what I'm
I can
saying.
hear you.
Probably in it's gonna. Uh, you can hear me, Sheila?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Uh, yes, can you see my
Okay.
picture
All right,
nodding?
I think I'm on. Okay.
I
So,
can hear.
okay. Here's the point I'm trying to make too.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, my internet is kind of niggerish, if you can say that word. Okay. So anyway, so I would want my kids to move out. Well, yeah, I can see. Yeah, we can move. Yeah, my screen froze for a minute. But I'm back. Okay. So here's the point I'm trying to make about that. Because I know when it comes to parents kicking their kids out, it's not isolated. Women is not the only people that kick their kids out at a certain age because they do something. Okay? As far as me, I will want my kids to eventually move out, not to be totally dependent upon me. All right, but I need them to be prepared when they move out. And if something happened to them wrong where they need to come back home, you come back home. But see, Joe Witness is if my kid calls and they needed help, oh, do you still favorite screen slave? No. Click. And my child out there ain't a place to go. But the only thing I'm gonna is, Father, I have no place to go. He's trying to save me off slave market. Do you believe faith is slave? But Father, he about to kidnap me. He about to take me. He pulling me over the phone booth. You believe faith is slave? Nope. Feel my daughter again. Yeah, she's dead. Now, my thing is, I'm gonna kick you out from and you're not doing anything in your life. Joe Winters, because you don't agree with people I've never met in my life before. You know what I'm saying? That's where it gets stupid.
Exactly.
You agree with
Yep.
people I
Yep.
never met in my life before. It has nothing to do with my fat man. You know what I'm saying? That's just a punch.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, yeah. All right. So yeah, we gonna I think we went, man, we went 2 hours, man. We went through a lot. It go through a lot, but yeah, we went through a lot, man. But 2 hours, I think that's pretty much a lot. You have
I
anything else
agree.
that you want to bring out, Sheila?
No, no, actually, I just hope that people don't
Anything else you
you
want to
know
bring out?
don't sit around torturing yourself because you decided to because Jehovah woke you up. Jehovah woke you up, and Jehovah's waking up all those who have an honest heart, all those who still care about the truth and right and
You want to
wrong.
go ahead, Sheila? You
And
got
whenever,
anything else to
why is
close
it
up?
that Jehovah's not waking? Why is Jehovah not waking these other people up? Their heart condition. Something's definitely wrong with their heart. It's not. Every like Jesus Christ said. I'm gonna put it like this, and then I'm gonna end this. They're gonna come before Jesus on Judgment Day and say, "Lord, Lord, did I not prophesy in your name? Did I not do this and did I not do that?"
Mhm.
And Jesus Christ is gonna tell them, "Get away from me, you workers of evil." They say lawlessness. But when you read it in other Bibles, he's gonna say, "Get away from me, you workers of evil." And it is evil to throw your kids out, shun your family, bust up your marriage, turn your back on your family,
Mhm.
raping children and abusing children, talking about if there's not two witnesses available. What? Yeah, that's what Jesus is going to say for all these self righteous watchtower people, watchtower witnesses. So that's all I pretty much have to say. Just continue to follow the Bible. Don't lose. Don't. I know some people they left Jehovah and said, "I don't want nothing to do with God." God didn't do it to you, baby. Don't take it out. Don't take out what these clowns have done. Don't take it out on Jehovah and Jesus Christ. Stick to your Bible and follow Jesus' example. When you're in a situation, what would Jesus want me to do? How he would he want me to handle this situation, and then proceed accordingly. And that's it for me.
Mhm. Well, good. That's good, man. I enjoyed this conversation with you, man. Very lively. You have fire within your bones, man. I have to just let you talk because you had a lot to say, man. But I appreciate this talk with you, man. If you want to come on anytime, man, we can come on because yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Witnesses, that yeah, this organization is something
Okay, Devon.
unique. But
Thank you. I appreciate it too. So
yeah,
I'm
man.
going to say goodnight. Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, yeah. All right, Shirley, man, you have a good one. Nice talking to you, man. Thank you.
Likewise. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Yeah, it took a lot out of me. Oh God.
Oh, oh,
Uh,
did I take it off? Right. So, thank you guys for watching, man. It's like 11 people in the room. I know we went through a lot. I'm gonna read these comments real quick, and I got some things to do. Let me see what I read the rest of these. All right. I about to say that's okay. He's talking to each other. Okay. I'm gonna read the rest of these comments. I'm gonna get off, man. Okay. Colin said the witness killed the woman and herself, who was left to tell the story. So Colin believes that that woman killed her family and then herself. She believes that maybe the witness killed him. I'm not too sure, but I don't think did really do that. You know what I'm saying? She didn't feel like. Oh, he said she even killed the dog on dog, man. Damn, she killed the dog too. Then what What the dog got to do with that, man? Dog ain't got nothing to do with it. Dog's not gonna be resurrected, man. According to what dog not be resurrected. Why would you kill a dog, man? See, your husband have a chance to be resurrected. Your dog's not gonna be resurrected, man. Shame on her, man. She deserved to be destroyed at Armageddon, man. Destroyed to be they need to bring it back, let her be killed and ate by the birds. All right, let me see. Oh, hold on for a minute. All right, Colin says if the witness killed the one. Okay, I'll read that already. All right, I've been shunned by all family 40 years, oftentimes in suicidal thoughts. Great Dane, man, don't my advice to you would be find someone to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody to talk to, man. Don't That's a permanent solution to and I don't know your situation, but that'll be a permanent solution to cut short something based off of shunning. There are 8 billion people on this planet. You know what I'm saying? 8 billion people on this planet. And just because 40 or 50 people shun you, you have uh you have a wider range of people to associate with. You know what I'm saying? So um I'm not sure your situation, but it's just there's different groups and things like that. But my advice would be, find somebody to talk to, man. You know what I'm saying? If you have those thoughts, find somebody to talk to. If you don't believe in a higher power or anything, find a social network you can um express yourself and someone shows understanding. You know what I'm saying? I have thoughts, but I do have bouts upon me during the day, and I sometimes have to do things to get rid of. I might have to listen to music, something like that. But find something, to alleviate that. You know what I'm saying? My advice to you. You know what I'm saying? Because life is a gift, and you only get one of them. And to take it away because of a situation that's bothering you, that I wouldn't suggest that. Oh, let me see. All right. So, but like I said, don't feel like that Great Dane. They don't deserve you. You live your life without the off and on people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't let these people have control over you, man. That's all it's about, man. Even money, even rich and wealthy people. And I want to get to on my soapbox, but what I found out about wealthy people, that after you get all the money in the world, what is there to get besides power? You understand what I'm saying? All these wealthy people, like politicians, things like that. A lot of times, the motive to get wealth is to have the mindset that I have something people want, and I have the power to deny them of this resource. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times when it comes to money, a lot of times that eventually evolves to the thought of power. That's what I feel it is. You know what I'm saying? You have these rich politicians, these rich hotel owners who became presidents. Eventually, when you become billionaires, things like that, you don't have to work another day in your life. What it comes down to is that the more money I get, the more power I have. And the more power I have, the more I have the power to deny or supply to other people that comes to me. To see people begging me and depend on me, that boosts my ego with a form of power. You see what I'm saying? So I think when we talk about money in the watchtower, I think it's more deeper than that. It comes down to power. You see what I'm saying? I hope I articulated that right. But that's what I think it is. Don't give these people power, man. You know, I seen two witnesses last week. One of them said hi to me, one of them didn't. I didn't even acknowledge that motherfucker that ignored me. I walked right past that punk motherfucker. You know why? I didn't give him power to even know that dude. You thought I was gonna pay attention? Yo, nigga, act like this Negro didn't even exist, and that blew his mind. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give him power to even know that your shunning affected me, bitch. All right. So don't give them power. Let the motherfucker die in their misery, and don't even let them know that their shunning is affecting you. Because when they see that, that makes them feel something. Some people get off on knowing that you, as an individual, is desiring their attention and their affection. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Don't even pay attention to them. That's what I do. Somebody sitting there using their attention as a power against me, I walk right past them and act like they don't exist. I'm like, fuck you. And that blows their doggone mind. They're like, damn, I thought he was gonna pay attention. Damn, my mind ain't my life and my attention ain't that much powerful in this person's mind. God damn, what I'm supposed to do now? I ain't got no power to this person. He ain't begging me for anything, begging my attention, begging my love. God damn, I'm finna go home and try something else. And that brings him into depression because after a while, you like, damn, man, I ain't got no I ain't got no power over nobody else in my life. I go home to a miserable, lonely house. Damn, I might end up taking my own life because I wanted the power over that person. So great day, man. Don't give these motherfuckers any time, any attention, and don't let them see you sweat or don't let them see you depressed because they take their opinion away. Fuck them motherfuckers, man. Anybody, your family, anybody, man. Fuck all of them. Live your life and enjoy the life you have, man. Let these motherfuckers go home to their miserable life and feel they have attention. And when they go home and see that they attention don't mean nothing and don't amount to shit, they'll wake up. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't spend too much, but it's just, it's sad how people minds function. Like, nigga, your mind don't mean nothing to me. Your attention and your love don't mean nothing to me, man. I came in this world by myself and I'm going to die by myself, man. If you don't appreciate me, fuck you. All right. Yeah, this on. All right. Yeah, great day. I'm sorry, this terrible. Yeah, great day, man. This, it might be bouts, but do what you do, man. But don't give these witnesses that much power, man. Fuck them. Oh man, don't do it. Good. Yeah, this life has to come out. Yes, there is great day, man. Hmm. You know what I'm saying? And great day, man. If you want to talk, man, send me an email, man. Hit me up an email, man. You can come on and do therapy, or not therapy, but come on, man. Tell your story, man. I'll send you my email. You want to do it just like Sheila, man. She came on and told her story and what she found out. You want to come on? I'm gonna send my email. Actually, I'll do it right now, man. Here's my email. For anybody who wants to come on and do a collaboration with me, come on, man. What is doing? Okay. Anybody hit me up, man. If you want to come on and tell your story, get it off your chest, anything else, man. I don't monitor what people say, man. If you want to say anything, man, just like Sheila. She's talking about the Bible and things like that, and something I don't agree with. I might not agree with what you talk about, man, but it's all about expressing things, not keeping it bottled up, man. This is therapy. This was therapy to me, man. Creating my channel, and because I can go to people and tell my story about no witness, and they be like, "What the fuck is this dude talking about?" You know what I'm saying? Only a witness would know what you went through, man. This is a traumatic experience, man. You know what I'm saying? And you go to people telling your story to people, hey, you got to chill. Turn that off. That's distracting me. Turn that off. That's echoing me. Yeah, but turn it off. All right. So, as an ex-witness, this could be a form of PTSD. You know what I'm saying? We've been mentally and psychologically abused. And coming out of this thing, you can go and tell people your issue, and they be like, "What the fuck is this dude talking about? Why is he talking about that?" Nobody understands your situation, but somebody who's been in the same situation. So, this me creating this channel of Joe Witness, the ex Joe Witness, this was therapy for me. It's free therapy, and I expressed to people who understood where I was coming from. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole point I wanted to make. All right. Anyway, anybody who wants to do a collaboration with me, get your stuff out of your chest, man. Come on, no, say whatever you want about you. It don't even matter, man. I don't sit here and cut you off or shun you agree with what I'm saying. You could be an atheist, a Christian, a Muslim. I don't care about none of that, man. All I care about is people getting past this traumatic experience in life and getting on, man. But also helping other people in the process, man. So there's my email, man. Hit me up any express your point. That's up to you, man. All right, let me finish these emails. I stayed on too long. I don't stay on for past. I don't talk that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that much to say. All right, all right. That's it. Don't do a great things. I became okay. So let's see. David Wickland. I got shunned a week ago by David friends. I had 27 years going back to when they began love bombing me summer of '92, starting attending me. Now I speak up on CSA issue. It's a ton of time. Yeah, that's one thing that got me is that love. One thing that got me, man, because I'm like, damn, I never got, man, I felt like a celebrity walking that doggone. I'm like, damn, man, these people welcome me. Oh man, everybody come up there. Oh, how you doing? Glad to see you. I'm like, man, damn, who am I? But it's a method, man. It's a method. You know what I'm saying? It's like crack, man. It's like crack or any drug. Sometimes the drug will give you sometimes drug dealers give you a sample because they know you're gonna come back. So this attention, this love bombing, is a sample to keep them out does. They know you're gonna come back. Once you get hooked, that's when their true colors come out. Yeah, when you hooked through the making truth your own, which means brainwashing. Yep. I would have never done that, but the org already made me feel like you are never enough. Yeah, exactly. That's method, man. You see, what religion does is it takes our natural inclinations and it vilifies them, and it says that we have the solution. So, Joe Witness, the solution to okay, I'm a wheelchair, I'm a paraplegic. The solution to this, come join us because with us, you're gonna be running. You're gonna be with that tiger. You're gonna have your own house. But the only way you get this is become a Joe Witness. You see what I'm saying? That's the solution. All right. My brain understands that this is logical. Yet when you're 16, your family throws you away like garbage. Yeah, that's right. It does because your family should be the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And truthfully, I feel the same way with my family. You know what I'm saying? And they're not witnesses. My family are not witnesses. But a lot of my families will come through my city, pass me up to go to another city, and that hurts. You know what I'm saying? It hurts to know that your family don't value you as an individual. You actually have to make the effort to go see them. And again, my family is not witnesses. My family never been witnesses. You know what I'm saying? But I feel that when I became a witness, I didn't go to the holiday celebration. So we kind of disconnected. And I'm not a witness, none of my family comes see me and it hurts. It does. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, there are 8 billion people on this planet, man. And if your family don't appreciate you, somebody else will, man. And if they don't, go look in that person in the mirror. That person's gonna appreciate you. That's the whole thing. It's that person in the mirror because that's who you go to bed with at night, and that's who you wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? You have celebrities that have entourages, have groupies and things like that. But guess what? When they go back to that motel room at night, they're the longest person in the world because they know that that fake love and everything else, it does not amount to the love you have within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Love you have within yourself equals way more than a million people fake loving you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I figured out in life, man. It took me that out, man. I'm seeking attention and trying to be a people preacher and realize that when I looked in the mirror, man, this is the only person who really loved me. And then a dog, man, a dog. Get you a dog, man. The people, the dog, you could beat the hell out this dog and come home. This dog will be wagging his tail, loving you, man. Get you a dog, man. You realize what real love is. You could abuse that dog, throw that dog down a dog on you. Run that dog over. You could run your dog over with a car. You know what that dog could do? You open the door, jump in the dog on car that you hit him with, and lick you in your face and care about you. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I felt out after 33 years, man. That the only person whose love really matters in his life is you, because love is conditional. Only love on this earth that's not conditional is the love you have for yourself. Everyone else's love is conditional. Everyone, your wife, your mama, your kids, your everybody else, man. Once you do something too many times, they out the door. But you never be able to leave yourself, man. Only time, yeah, suicide, you leave yourself. But yeah, other than that, man, if you alive, the only love not conditional is yourself, man. All right, anyway, I'm gonna finish reading these. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It should be legal. It should be legal to sue the elders to try to you get medical advice to people with practicing medicine or life. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can, but I mean, I don't think you could sue them for that, because everybody give, crackhead to give you advice for something they don't even know about. Advice is, you can't sue for advice, unfortunately. But me personally, I wouldn't go to no elders, man. What I know now, a lot of them don't even know what they talking about. All right, so anyway, let me reading this. The elders are totally ill equipped to help with it. Yeah, of course, man. Man, what school did they go to what bachelor, doctorate, what degree they got to help anybody else out, man? You know what I'm saying? I know, elder. This dude trying to sit and give counsel on marriage, and dude get divorced. All right, wait a minute. Yes, I understand it's hard, but they forget your family's supposed to always be there. Remember, they are brainwashed. Yep, sure. Yep, sure. Brainwashing is a very powerful tool. Yeah, I still love them, yet pity them simultaneously. Yep. All right. I would love to know the stats for daily suicides because I know people who are left being shunned by family and took an overdose. With people including one attempt. Yeah, and say that would be hard to even get statistics because the only thing if the what's that thing? What's that person come and check your dead body? The morgue or whatever. What's that person come? The DA comes to check your body. There's no way to really tell why you took your life. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really told why they took their life. So it'd be good to know the stats. All right. The JW culture creates, magnifies, and compounds the mental illness, false hopes, and fakes utopia with la la land and living in a state of unreality pushes that. Exactly. And even the Bible says that, man. Hopes not realized will leave a man leaving. I forgot how the scripture go, but even the Bible would say that. A hope that's not realized will leave a man mad. You know what I'm saying? And they giving you hope to keep you following them because the hope is in their hands and they don't even have it. Oh, I'm almost done. Almost. Uh, yeah, I'm going overtime today, man. 2 hours and 16 minutes, man. I should be getting paid for this, man. I'm going 16 minutes overtime, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Right. My nephew's still in and don't know I left. We live far apart, and I will not tell him. There's no really need to tell him, man. If you know what I'm saying? That's the thing when I got this fellowship. I'm like, man, I shouldn't even told this elder what I was doing. I could have still had communication with people because he didn't really help me, man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really help me when I came. It's like I'm dealing with the habit. I'm dealing with this myself. Whereas if I kept it secret, I could still have communication. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the same thing. The only thing is I had communication. The pressure being completely present every way and the paranoid culture associated with other witness, it does a total job on the psyche. Yes, it does. We are social creatures, man, and sociologists and everybody else who studies biology and the human mind knows that we need to socialize with other people. Even the Bible say it's not good for the man to be alone. You see what I'm saying? Bible would tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe in the Bible or not. I mean, whether you believe in the Babylonian epics or the the Quran or the Kabbalah, I believe that all these holy books have something valuable to explain to us. You know what I'm saying? Because life is a great teacher, man. And so the more you go through life, the more you learn. So regardless of who you say gave you the information, something about experiencing life and falling rock bottom teaches you things. You can experience other people. Sometimes we pay attention to the messenger and we miss a lot of great information paying attention to the messenger. So whether information is in the Quran or the Bible or the Kabbalah or whatever book it is, sometimes we just gotta look and see what is this person trying to tell us, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the Bible tells you. It's not good for the man to be alone. It's not good for any person, any human to be alone. Okay? If you're a recluse spider, okay, maybe you can live your life being alone. We are human, Homo sapiens. We need social interaction or else we'll die inside. You know what I'm saying? It could be find my mentor is one I already have. Okay. All right, I'm almost done, man. Um, oh shit. Me then my then JW wife went back to school at age 31 in 2003 for her bachelor's in vascular ultrasound technology in Chicago while I was a ministerial servant. It goes against the grain of some JW peer pressure. It goes need that. Yeah, it goes against the grain until they need it. Oh no, don't go to school to be a doctor. But let one of them Jehovah's Witnesses sit there and need surgery. Did you go to school for this? All right, let me see. Can you ask? Okay, we asked that already. Yeah, she went to college. She said she went to college. She didn't agree with it. Okay. It's a paranoid pigeonholing ostrich syndrome and leaving culture snowballs mental problems with the exactly. That's why I was saying. A lot of your winners do have mental issues. Um, I have mental issues. I admit that I have mental issues. You know what I'm saying? I mean, somebody said it good. We are living in generation third. We are living in a time of third generation crack babies. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even crack babies. It's just that doing that hippie movement, all that drug and stuff, and people having babies they didn't want, abandonment, all this stuff. The generation we see now is a product of the previous generation, man. I think the '70s messed up a lot of the family dynamics, man, and so a lot of that mental illness comes down to the dysfunctional family at home. You know what I'm saying? And the Darwinist policies affect that even more. It compounds this more. You know what I'm saying? You hitting a hurt. You affecting somebody who's hurt. All right. Well, anyway, man, let me read the rest of you. I'm be out, man. I'm on 2 hours and 20 minutes. Damn, man, I'm talking hella much. All right, let me see. All right. Talking about I'm spending some good game on this thing, man. People don't understand, man. What I'm saying, man, I'm spending some good game. People don't even understand, man. All right. I made up a story as to why he was gone so long, but I knew he was in school, but I thought it was cool, but he was scared to tell me. People say, I know a couple of witnesses did that, man. Some witnesses say, "Oh yeah, he's sick," or they lie because their wife or somebody in school, but they'll sit there and lie when you ask them how they wife or something. You know how witnesses do. Your wife were not there. They try to be nosy. Oh, how's he doing? You know how witnesses do. All right. So I think I read me myself. Oh, one. Uh, 30 is hell long to be leaving home for the first time. It kind of is though, man. You think about it, yeah. Your kids leave home at 30, goddamn. Oh man, what was they doing? They get a job because my kids gonna be here. They gonna be paying rent, man. Just believe that, man. My kids here at 30, they gonna be paying rent. Sure, I don't care if my family's paying my house off or anything. They ain't paying rent. You gonna be doing something. You ain't been sitting here eating up all my food, all the hog maws. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, you gonna be paying something. You gonna be doing something, man. Those saying said, great interview, hosting more interview. Well, yeah, great day, man. I mean, Doe Jane, come on, man. Send me email. I interview you, man. Danger, you don't have to even show your face. Truthfully, you do not have to show your face. I promise. Unless somebody know your voice, you can put a towel in your mouth and talk through the towel. You download AutoTune app. But if you come on here, you don't even have to show your face. My wife came on here, she didn't show her face. You don't have to show your face. All right. So anyway, man, I think I read them all. And you guys been on here for 2 hours and 30 minutes, man. Y'all ain't got no life, man. Y'all sitting here listening to me, man. Y'all ain't got no day watching my behind. It was fun. Thank you, sister, for coming on with me. I got stuff to do. And I'll see y'all later.